What is there? One second, I'm setting things up for anybody watching the VODs and or in the chat already. Just making sure everything's going good. Appreciate the patience. You guys are always lovely. Um, I'm starting to wonder if on Twitch or not Twitch on Twitter if I'm like secretly shadow banned because I feel like not many new people see my tweets, but I also like basically only use Twitter to um post when I'm going live and sending a link, so I don't know if they think I'm like a bot. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. So I'll have to see. The funny thing is I did this thing because you can look up like Twitter shadow ban checker or something like that, detector shadow ban test. So I go on this. Let me double check I'm writing this right because my Twitter is weird because they like I'm like one letter off of my name. I can never remember which one it is. And then so I look up my Twitter, and this is why I think I'm like super shadow banned because it's like UnchainedAwesome does not exist or doesn't have any tweets. Try again. I try again after sending a tweet. So this thing that supposedly checks if your account's shadow banned doesn't even know um that my account can't even find my account. Or if I go on like this is completely just pointless for me to be doing this, but can I like Google it? No, I can Google it, yeah. I hate Twitter because you can't even look at Twitter without an account. It's so annoying, but I'm also like really stupid and addicted to it. Okay. Let's get into some Minecraft, everybody. We're actually gonna get into Minecraft. I don't really know what I'm gonna do today. Last stream we did this. I didn't really know what I was gonna do anyways, so I'm just kind of chilling. We probably could go start. We could do some of the side quest stuff, or not side quest. I could call it side quest stuff. We could probably go do the pixel art stuff, or we could go work on the dungeon area. Definitely don't want that to get thrown to the wayside, but that's gonna be one of those things that takes me a while, I think. Um, I feel like Yeah, I guess these shulkers are just full. Where's the trial chamber map that we had? Here it is. That there. Nice world you got there. How's it going, IGN Pax? How you doing? Welcome on into the stream. And if I mispronounce your name, let me know. But I thank you. Yeah, if you want to see anything specific, ooh, we gotta go feed Poppy. She's missing a couple things. Okay, we gotta go feed Poppy. Yeah, we can take some of this blaze powder. She might need more blaze powder, and then I mean, we do need poppies. We should go check the iron farm for that. Potatoes. Why am I... Oh, ender pearls. Stodoy. I'm like, why am I bugging? Ender pearls. Let's go check the iron farm real quick so we can feed Poppy. You all good? I'm good. I got something in my throat, so I apologize if I keep clearing it and coughing. I sincerely apologize. I don't know what's going on. But I've been doing good. Gonna just have like a chill stream today, not really do too much. As far as I'm aware, maybe we're gonna build some stuff, maybe work on the pixel art stuff. I'm not quite sure what I really want to do. I usually just let the world take me. Like last stream, I did not prepare really anything, and we ended up making a whole storage unit area, which was kind of fun. Let's see what's going on over here. This looks like it's no longer running. It's good that we checked that. There we go. How long have you been playing on this world for? That is a good question. It started July of 2019, I believe. So 2019, 2020, right? So that'd be like 5 years? 5 years, I think. Yeah, we can grab some poppies. And then we're gonna do the thing that I always do because Future Chain loves it when I do this for myself. I'm gonna go get potatoes, even though we probably have baked potatoes already set up in the smokers, because every time we feed Poppy, we collect the potatoes and then go to the smoker and realize, oh yeah, last time I collected stuff, I put some potatoes in the smoker. And we just swap them out. It's a little bit of a deal me and my past self have had for a while. But yeah, we've been playing on this world for a while. I don't know. No. What am I looking for? I don't know. I don't think this tells us how long it's been. It tells us our playtime, which is just how long we've played, but it doesn't tell us. I don't think it tells us. I think I have a sign over here that says. Oh yeah, July 5th, 2019 was when I created the world. All right. What was I doing? Potatoes. It's kind of the first Minecraft world that I've really played a lot on. Like I'm always used to be the people that or the type of person that would kind of just stop playing a world after a while and like constantly start new ones. And then I took a big break from Minecraft for like a year or so, and then had the itch to come back. The Endermen are toxic. What's going on, my Kiefer? I think I've you've been in another stream of mine, haven't you? Hopefully I pronounced your name again. How are you doing? I think I know you. Commit crime to a sheep? What has the sheep ever done to me? How's it going, Blarg? How you doing? Welcome on in. What has the sheep's ever done to me? I don't even know if I do have one sheep, I guess, in my village. I think I have a couple sheeps. I don't really Oh no, I do have a lot of sheep. Never mind. I mean, we have the shearing farm, the automatic wool farms, so that's kind of like committing crimes, right? Locking them in a room. I don't really know where poison potatoes go, but I'm just gonna put them in foods and plants. Whoop. And then, yeah, future or past chain is such a good boy for fucking putting in baked potatoes. What a good guy. We probably don't even need 2 stacks for Poppy. Probably only need 1. Pop. We have a lot of chickens because I keep doing that. Hey, Poppy. How you doing? Poppy is hungry for ender pearls, baked potatoes, and poppies. Alright, let's get some ender pearls in there for her. This is Poppy, by the way. She's a daughter. She's a little virtual pet character, and right now she's hungry, so we're gonna feed her some stuff. We could probably give her a little bit more blaze powder. Poppies are her favorite flowers, you know. Comes with the name, so we gotta give her poppies, ender pearls. And then she's a little fire demon lady, so we give her blaze powder, and then she likes baked potatoes. And if all goes well, we should give it a minute. There we go. There you go. Poppy's okay now. Thanos chicken, I saw you over there. There we go. Good old Poppy. Crowd favorite Poppy. I'm gonna go put these potatoes away because I think a stack fills up her bar. I don't remember. We can always check later. Ah. I guess we'll just put that there. Yeah, the Pixelmon, the Cobblemon. Yeah, you got it. Pixelmon, Cobblemon. We go where you are. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because I remember I read your name and I was like, I feel like I remember reading that name and going, oh, I'm gonna mispronounce this, and I did that again when I was looking at it in my head. Oh yeah, she's full bars now. Yeah, she's full bars. Um, sheep crime looking delish, but have fun. I will have some fun. You're just dropping in from down under at the moment to say hello. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, and I will have fun. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here's my sheeps. We were doing green wool. We have a couple cows, but the cows got out years ago. We were doing lime green wool because we are working on a cavern right now, and it's gonna be like a slime cavern. How are we doing over here? Sheesh. Nice. I don't have all the colors set up, but I have a bunch of them. Just name you Noah? Okay, I'll try my best to remember that. My memory is unfortunately not the best. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's, I want to show you guys what I worked on last stream for anybody who didn't see it, because it's kind of funny. I like it. But so, up there, we have a storage room. That's where I keep everything. And it's sort of a rudimentary storage room. Mainly, it's designed for me to just go up and put things in a chest kind of thing. But unfortunately, that's, some of the chests are getting full, and I have nowhere to put stuff. So we have this little alleyway. And so we have this, I made this storage system here, or the storage unit here, where, you know, like the classic storage units you can buy and, you know, rent out and put your stuff in. I thought I kind of like the idea of this. And so we have this little area, and basically it's just gonna be like, oh, if my chests are full, just start filling these chests with anything. Because if my chest gets full, like, we just run out of space. So we're gonna put like completely unorganized, and if all these chests get filled, we'll fill up all of these units. We'll just keep going. I was gonna do some sort of like system or something, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. I wanted to do some sort of like actual sliding door, but just how I made it and with this here, it doesn't really work, unfortunately. But I like what it is right now. But yeah, this was literally the reason why I made the room was I thought, I'm like, I don't know if you guys had this, but like in some storage units, the lights will be off, but it'll be like sensor activated. So when you walk in, like all the lights turn on, like down the hallway. And I don't know why, I just thought that was funny. So I was like, I kind of want to do a storage room where you open the door and all the lights turn on, and you come in and you can do your stuff, and then you leave. Right, you close the door, and then all the lights turn off as they become inactive. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Let me check on the bamboo as well. My world is cool as heck. Thank you, or cool as hell. I shouldn't. I censored myself there. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer like any question about my world or anything. Like I love talking about my world. I love talking about stuff. And or if you guys have things you want to talk about, like share your ideas, your experiences with Minecraft. I love just chatting. These streams are perfect if you just want to chat with me, and they're really good if you just want to sit back and relax because I'm just gonna be talking or doing something in the background. It's a perfect thing to put in the background. But a goal with this area is I want to fill this. I mean, if you guys have suggestions for this, but I want to fill this entire library because these are chiseled library book or chiseled bookshelves, or you can actually put books in them. I want to fill this entire library with legitimate books. So I was thinking about. I took this idea from Mog Swamp. He's another really good YouTuber, but I thought it would be fun to. So he was doing a library similar to this. I built this before I had the idea, stole the idea from him. But one of the ideas he had was, sometimes when you have a question about Minecraft, you go onto the wiki and you look it up, and you go like, okay, like how do I make, a door, right? Or like a common question. Like for me, I made this book called Herolix Volume 1. Um, and basically for me, I always have questions about potions. Like I never remember how to make potions or anything. So I made Dr. Herolix Life-Saving Elixirs Volume 1, potions that can help you in a bind. And so this book is filled with the crafting recipes for all the positive affecting potions like regeneration, fire resistance, etc. So I made it a little bit of like a fun little story kind of thing, like giving it a little bit lore. As like when it comes to potion making, there is a few basics you need to get by. Netherwort can be found in the Nether's many fortresses. I misspelled a ton because there's no autocorrect, and I'm fucking terrible at writing. And will be your first ingredient for brewing the strongest potion. So like I have like awkward potion, uh great base of medicine, water bottle plus nether potion. And then it's like potion of swiftness. Okay, if I need to know potion of swiftness, sugar creates a potion of swiftness with an awkward potion. Rabbit's foot creates a potion of leaping with an awkward potion, etc. and so forth. And so you can you can do that. I think this one is, oh yeah, this is Flair's cookbooks to tell us. This one was given to us. This suggestion was given to me by my friend Flair Zero, and person you'll commonly see in the streams, to tell me how to make certain foods, cook crafting recipes for certain foods that I may not remember how to make. If I ever need to look up how to make pumpkin pie, it's right there and stuff like that. So like I like that. And then this shelf here has I don't really talk about this, but this has like more what is it called? More lore books, like less about the Minecraft mechanics and more just creative writing projects. Um, it's not the most interesting thing to work on, but I think I want to work on a little bit on the pixel art project. It's not the most interesting thing for you guys to watch, but I want to start working on it to get it done. It's kind of cool to talk about at least, and it's really easy to just sit and have a chat while doing it. So I want to double check. Yeah, we got a bunch of rockets and stuff. You can't build and die everywhere. I mean, that's fair. Some people, they have different like some people have different skills than other people. I don't necessarily think, like, you guys may disagree with me, but I don't necessarily look at my stuff and say that I can necessarily build. Like, I don't really consider myself to be a very good builder. I just play Minecraft a lot, so I just, like, build a lot, I guess. Like, I think there's so many people who are a lot better at me than building, and so I don't really consider myself, like, a builder, but then I know a lot of people are like a lot of my friends and a lot of people will be like, no, you're really good, and I'll be like, I'm not great, but I try my best. Okay, over here I might need to explain a little bit on what's going on. I don't use this is basically vanilla Minecraft. Like, I don't really have any mods installed to this one other than like performance mods or mods to make the game like look a little bit better, like resource pack mods and stuff. And but this is the one mod that I use specifically for this. So right now we're working on a pixel art project where basically I'm trying to make a giant pixel art picture with a bunch of different with a bunch of maps. It's a really big project and we're working on it for a while. I need to grab blocks. So we've been working on this for a while now. And this is what we've got going so far. So that's, I think, about like 7, or maybe I think this is 12 maps across, and it's going to be 7 down. And so I've been working on this a lot. And so basically it's a picture I'm trying to turn into a pixel art in Minecraft. And it's a really complicated, or it's a really boring and tedious, not necessarily complicated situation where you have to place blocks, put them back down, and to fill out the map. And what I did the first one, right? This one here, this first one right here, took me 3 months to make because what I was doing was looking at, there's this website where you can take an image and turn it into a Minecraft map, and you can see where the blocks go, what blocks you need. And I would look at that, and I would go like, look to the left, okay, look over there, there, and like I would build it out like that. And it was very, very, very slow. And so I found this mod called the Lightmatica. So it allows you to make schematics for like anything you want, but I use it specifically for this because I don't really like I don't like building stuff with like a schematic, but for this instance it makes my life so much more easy because it shows exactly, like, this block isn't here. It shows me exactly where I need to place the block. So this block here is red terracotta for when I get to this part of the pixel art, when I get to this frame of the pixel art. So it makes my life a lot easier. And you can, so this is what it actually looks like without the little hologram placement. And so I'm tearing apart all this stuff, and with the schematic I'm able to see what blocks need to be removed and what blocks could stay for the next one. So with this on, all the yellows are stuff that's missing. Red is, this is not what needs to be here. We don't want this here, so remove it. So if we break it, right, it becomes yellow, which means it's missing. And then anything that's not labeled is good, so we can keep it there. And it just helps us keep track of what we need to do, and it saves a lot more time because this took me like 3 months to make. This took me like 3 weeks to make with this. So I don't like using schematics for other builds, but for pixel art it just makes my life so much more easy. How's it going, Potato? This world is as unmodded as you can get with mods, if that makes sense. Like, I don't have any mods that change like gameplay, add items. It just changes. The only changes you'll ever see is changes to like textures, if that makes sense. So like, this is a totem of undying, and I just changed the textures in the property file of it so it sits on my shoulder and looks like a bear. You know, it's not a different item or anything. And then I have this Lightmatica mod, which allows me to check, you know, where to put things on it. It's less of a mod and more of like a tool, if that makes sense. But I understand that people like it's the same thing, you know? So like I would not consider this to be a modded world, but it has mods. Just simple as that. Player is mud. So much Miku. Yeah, on Twitter, it is crazy. Like, if you guys aren't on Twitter, there's a big trend going on where people are drawing Hatsune Miku, but from different countries, and they're all really good. Oh fuck. Damn it. I gotta be careful. Is this one Silk Touch? Yeah. I wish Silk Touch worked on glow shrooms. Dude, I don't know if I'm just like really lonely at this point in my life, but the way Brazilian Miku holds that can is kind of hot. the When they have her holding the glass and the can from the top, I don't know. Maybe I'm just lonely. But I'm like, that's hot. Dude, I'm impressed with everybody's ability. Someone did one that was like I've seen a couple Canadian Hatsune Mikus, and one of my favorite ones was they did her like twin tails as hockey sticks. It made me laugh. Hey yo, dude, I'm just saying, man. You maybe I'm just lonely, maybe I'm down bad, as the kids would say, but the way she holds that glass is hot. How's it going, Flair? We were just talking about you, Flair. Look, man, I just need a Brazilian Hatsune Miku in my life. All bad things. No, we were going through the library in my world, and we talked about, I was like, oh, what's this book? I can't remember. And I was like, oh, it's the cookbook. It's Flair's cookbook that we made, where we put all of the foods that need crafting recipes, other than like suspicious stew, I guess. All the different suspicious stews. Yeah, we're just going around and trying to clear out everything we can take with an axe. I don't I don't think I'm gonna do it this way next time, because it kind of gets confusing as we go. But I kind of started it out this way, and now I feel like I need to do it this way. I think next time I'll just do the classic break everything in a line. Do I even have shears? I don't think I have shears. The sussy stew, exactly. There was a resource pack I was playing with friends on a modded world that made suspicious stew like have a little animation when you were holding it, and a little Among Us guy would pop out when you were holding it every once in a while. Yeah, we are cleaning up some stuff with the axe. I would like to maybe build something today or work on the trial chamber a bit, but I haven't worked on the pixel art project in a hot minute, so I felt that maybe I should start doing that. Unfortunately, I've been playing games with friends. Unfortunately, I've been playing Minecraft with friends, and I haven't really been keeping up on a lot of my stuff. Woe is me. Woe is me, I'm not living in a full thing of solitude. I'm trying to, trying to hang out with people more often whenever I can. And I'm also trying to like make more friends if at all possible. But I'm also just like kind of suck. I might just run around and try and grab everything. Yeah, we'll just collect. We'll just run around. Something I do miss about modded Minecraft when it comes to vanilla Minecraft is every modded server I've been playing on recently, we've had like magnets, so it just teleports items basically to your inventory, and that would make my life so much easier with this. There's a new mod Merlin showed me that these guys who made, I can't remember what the mod's called, but they made this mod that's really good for like building. Like it basically turns like Minecraft almost into like a separate like world edit kind of program with this mod where you can like edit builds really easily and stuff and do really crazy things. And it's really impressive, but they announced that they're gonna be doing one of those, or doing a mod that is gonna be like the replay mod where they're gonna allow people to do like it's basically like a full-blown editing software in Minecraft for videos recorded in Minecraft, and it looks incredible. I'm very excited to look at it. The only downside to it is that I've seen is, unlike the replay mod, they're not going to be focusing on keeping all of the features for every generation of Minecraft. Where replay mod, whenever they update like features on their mod, they update it for every single version of the game that they support. Um, which takes them a lot more time, but these guys aren't doing that. But it also seems like their mod is like a little bit more ambitious. Like both are very ambitious, but they're like they want to do, they have like a lot more options, it looks like, than the replay mod. I don't know if I will switch over, but I'm definitely going to look into it whenever it is released. I don't know if it is released or not. I know barely anything about it. I just saw it. I think Mog Swamp did a video about it. Oh, Axion? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm terrible with names, you guys know. I'm terrible with names. But yeah. I think it was the guy who made who did the whole Attack on Titan city in Minecraft, I think used it to build that. He might have not, I don't know, but I feel like that might have been a thing. I'm also excited for the next Minecraft update because they seem to be working on Redstone, updating Redstone, which is a little bit scary to be honest, because I don't know how much that's gonna break Redstone for me, or any of my Redstone contraptions, but they look like they're trying to update Redstone crazily. Being social gross, exactly. I'm trying, man. I am trying. I feel like back in the day, like not even just like maybe like even like 3 years ago, I don't know. Like I feel like it was so much easier to make friends 3, 4 years ago, and now it just like you know it's very difficult. I don't know. I find way more difficulty, but maybe I think it's also a thing to do with luck. You know, where I feel like I found a lot of friends. Like I found like one friend that would introduce me to all of their friends, and they would all become my friends, and it was just kind of pure luck that I find that one person that has all these friends. But oh, dude, speaking of friends, fucking, I'm I'm in like an infinite amount of Discord groups, like group text chat things. Um, I'm like I have like a bajillion of them, right? Anytime we've done a group call, anytime, it always makes up a group chat. Well, today I woke up to 24 messages on Discord from all these different places, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, fuck, I forgot. I keep forgetting. And I'm like panicking, like, holy shit, what happened? Like, why do I have like 40 messages from people? And it's just a person leaving like 40 chats. I nearly shit myself. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? Like, why is my shit blowing up? And some of it was um some of it caught me off guard because like one of the group chats had the profile picture of like another friend, so I thought that friend was texting me a bunch. Also, something nuts is that there was a person I used to know like forever ago, and I very rarely think about them. But today, for some reason, I was just like, I saw like a picture of them or something, and I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, I wonder how they're doing. I think they deleted their Discord account or something, or they like removed me as a friend because it's just not existent anymore. Which is kind of sad, but then also we haven't talked in years, so it's not that bad. It can't be any worse than one day, like, I used to be friends with these people that were like kind of toxic and not very nice people. Uh but like part of me missed the day, like like it's I don't know. Part of me missed like having that friend group because we would talk like every single day. Like they weren't always nice to me, but they would talk to me every day, and I missed the feeling of like going home and hanging out with all your friends and stuff, even though they weren't really my friends. And part of me got kind of sentimental of like not them, but that time, and I had noticed their Discord had been inactive for like years. So like I don't know why. I think I just got like emotional or something, but I had texted them like, "Oh, I hope, life's going well." And then they responded to me like a week later, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking god." Because like a week later I like regretted it, but then I was like, I don't want to like because what if they do see it? I don't want them to see that they have a notification from me and then there's nothing, you know? Like, I don't want, because then they know I deleted it, but then I don't want them to, you know? So I was like, I'm so fucking stupid. But I hope they are actually having a very good life. I hope they're having a good life. I hope they're better as a person, because I also know, like, I don't want to sit here and be like, I was a perfect angel that was never wrong and they just bullied me. It was like, we were all not very good people, you know? Like, I definitely, you know, we were all kids. So it's like, how good of a people can we be? But I definitely, like, yeah, they definitely did not help my mental state growing up. And sometimes you just gotta, like, no matter how bad you, like, you mourn the memories and the feelings you had, but not the people. You know, it's just like, I gotta keep that in the past. I saw a dog today. I'm just kidding. Like, just I saw a dog today. No, dude, I've been joining every single giveaway for Fields of Mysteria on Twitter. Like, every single one. Like, I know that 95% of them are probably just fake, but I'm just like, every single time I see it. Because I kind of want to get the game, but I don't want to buy it right now. Like, I just don't have money. There's one person that I'm almost certain their giveaways are fake because they've announced like 4 giveaways within the week. And I'm like, maybe this person's just giving away a lot, or it seems like they see the poster doing well and go, let me just drop another one kind of thing, you know? But hey man, I won Gotham Knights off of a giveaway on Twitter. Maybe I'll be lucky and pick up another W. Though I would like to get back into, I think when I'm done Xenoblade 3, I'm kind of torn. Whenever I'm done Xenoblade 3, I'm thinking of either picking up Kakarot, the Dragon Ball game Kakarot, and playing that on the channel for YouTube. I need to like actually I've gotten so behind on my Xenoblade stuff that I need to really saddle back up. But I want to do either Kakarot as like my YouTube only like specific thing instead of streaming it. Um or I want to pick up Cornucopia again, because Cornucopia was a game that I got for from Keymailer back when we did Keymailer for a bit. I want to do more Keymailer games and get more games, but a lot of the games that I want, they don't want me, so I don't get them. But I want to do more Cornucopia, because I legitimately think, like, disclaimer, I have received it for free, but I genuinely think it's a really good game. Um, so like, I don't know if the paid promotion is over because I only needed to promote it once, you know? I don't know if I need to disclaim that it was given to me for free anymore, but I just want people to know that I was given it for free. And it's a really good game. It's a really cool game. It's basically like a farming sim game. It got a bunch of classic farming sim game mechanics, but then you also can like bring your farm animals out with you and have them fight alongside you, sort of like a monster taming game. Like, it's so fun. I don't know if I have. I have iron here. Oh, potato. If you're still here, I want to tell you something. Um, I think I have a milk bucket here. But I wanted to tell you. Do I have a regular bucket? I don't think so. I have some wood. But I remember in the Gotham Knight streams, Potato, I know you were talking about, like, you would ask me questions about, like, the Lazarus Pit and, like, Red Hood and stuff. And I found a movie or a DVD at a local drugstore that has 3 Batman movies in it, and one of them is Under the Red Hood, which is, I believe, Red Hood's origin story and, like, the movie where he was introduced. So I feel like that could be a really fun movie night in the Discord for people to watch, because I was like, oh yeah, maybe for the people who just like that stuff, but also one of the people that want to, like, learn a little bit more about it. What am I doing? I almost turned it into a bucket. Oh, that would have been bad. Also, if anybody's interested, we're doing Gotham Knights on Twitch. mm. I could finish this, and I probably should finish this. Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish this. This is Rockbiter before I accidentally start using it. Okay, we'll try to do, like, actually, it's a little bit slower, but also I feel like it will take the same speed switching between it instead of going around, like, multiple times. But for me, it just works better in my brain. The worst part is just managing my inventory, because you'll pick up a lot of, like, one block or a lot of different blocks instead of just... I thought I'm like, I thought I saw something down there. I really need to make something like this for, like, my house, but I don't really know how to make, like, if I could find a way to, like, sort based off types instead of, like, items, like, if something's wood, you send it to the wood pile. I feel like that's got to be more complicated than just setting up one hopper that contains all of it. Oh, a really fun thing. I need to send a picture in the Discord. On a modded world with my friends, I've been playing a lot with the Valkyrian Skies mod and the Eureka Ships mod. And it's a lot of fun. Basically, what it is you can make boats and ships, like flying ships and boats. And I basically, my goal for that server was to be like, I want to live on the ship and, like, never need to leave. And so I spent my first, like, 6 hours or so, like, a pretty decent amount of time, probably more than 6 hours, to be honest, but, like, first little bit of the server just building a giant ship, and I'm pretty proud of it. And then, like, filling it with stuff as we go, and it's been a lot of fun. I definitely need to send a picture in chat. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite mods, I think, for sure. It was the reason why I wanted to do the Minecraft 100 days where I was a pirate. And then that video is in editing hell, and I will get it out at some point, I promise. It will come out at some point. I wanted to get it out this year, and I should get it out this year or be punished, but I'm not gonna get it out this year because I hate editing it. And it sucks because I think it's a really good video. I just hate editing it. I can't imagine myself ever being like 100 days YouTuber ever. Like I don't know how people do it. And but also, sorry, what I wanted to say, this just popped in my head, I don't know why. But one of the things we also added, I can't remember what the mod's called. It might be called like instrumental or something like that. It adds instruments so you can play like instruments in the game, and you can put MIDI files into your onto Minecraft, and then you're able to like um play like any song you want. And if you're standing next to someone playing a song with your own instrument, you'll start playing it, and it has like a bunch of different ones. So I've been like on the ship flying around playing the One Piece, like the first opening to One Piece on a keyboard, and it's just it's the life, man. It's the dream. Also, I found out that I love starting sentences with also. But I found out that there's like technically a way for you to raid people on YouTube. It's just really convoluted. Um, but I don't know if I really know anyone that streams on YouTube on the days that I do. you know? Um, but you can redirect. So after stream, I could like redirect you guys to a video or like something, and if you redirect them to the link of someone else's stream, it will basically just like when once I end stream, it will just send you to their stream automatically. So it's like kind of a raid, which is kind of neat. I didn't think that that was possible at all, but apparently you can do that. Maybe something we'll have to check out. Ooh, I always gotta watch out for the inventory being full. We'll finish off this area, and then we'll go to working on clearing out the slime caverns a little bit more and building around there. But it's gonna be roughly like the same stuff we're doing. We're just gonna be walking back and forth and mining stuff. I'm gonna do that. Yeah. I think I talked about this before, but I think one of these days I'm gonna try putting black carpet on the bottom of stuff to make it so I'm not aiming downward when I'm mining it. Mining things so they drop and I don't have to worry about losing the items. Or breaking the bottom rather, not losing items, but breaking the platform. Not breaking the platform as easily, I guess, because I could still break it, but just not as easily. Hmm. I should put down my ender chest as well, actually, just to free up a slot. I should put some of the tools away that I'm not using, but it's the moment I need them. When I put them away, it's the moment I need them. We'll put away the ender chest here. I'll put away the torches for now. Open up 2 slots for us. I could probably put away rock biter because I don't need it, but World also is getting some kind of like skins you can get for your certain pals because they're doing that like new feature where they're giving pals like custom skins you can give them on Twitch, or if you watch like a Power World stream you'll get them. I don't really know how it works because they said you have to like link your account to something, and so I'm just like I'm not worrying about it. I like if it's not just giving me a code, then I'm not gonna worry about it. And I'm kind of tired of like these events are nice, but I'm just kind of tired of them because a lot of the times what they are is just like FOMO. Like they don't serve a purpose. It's not like I don't know to like celebrate an event or something. You know, like I like the Minecraft capes aren't really FOMO because they give you like a lot of time to do it. But like they are at the same time, where or at least they used to be, where it's like, oh, go to Minecraft Live, or else you'll never get the capes. And so it kind of became a thing, and I'm just like, I don't know, I'm getting tired of like fear of missing out shit now. Like I just like let's just I don't give people shit. Like I don't know why do we have to put like a time sensitive thing on it? Want to join your realm? Not right now. But maybe. How's it going? Welcome on in. Are you hosting like a public realm or something for people to just join? I haven't really ever played on a realm, so I assume it's just similar to a server. Ooh. I'm not the best multiplayer Minecraft player. I don't play a lot of multiplayer Minecraft. I kind of like to stick to one world and the occasional like just sort of recently I've started playing with some friends. I would like to do more multiplayer stuff with people, but I'm not good at it. I never know what to do with people. I definitely love a more casual multiplayer experience with someone at some point in my life. I always end up playing multiplayer servers as if they're single player servers as well. Like I always build my house really far away from everybody. Okay, the reason I keep opening up my inventory is to double check if that last slot fills because I don't want it to drop anything, but we'll just listen for the pops. Ugh. I think the hardest thing for me when playing multiplayer servers is just like finding that groove with someone. Like either I am the like pure collector where I collect everything for people, or I'm just um like the builder. I like building in Minecraft, but I don't like building on multiplayer worlds because especially if I'm like living with someone, because I never feel like my builds are like good enough. So then it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, and then like whenever, someone like I don't know. I don't know. And I also hate it when like if I'm not living with someone, I kind of I this is more of like a me issue, but like also kind of valid in a sense sometimes, but like I hate it when like people move in sometimes to my stuff. It happens and it's like it's fine, but like sometimes I'm just like this is my house like because that's sort of not like an issue, but like an issue with when I play with my friends. Not that they come into my house specifically, but that we all live in like the same house. Like we just have one community house, and then I feel like I can never do anything in it because like it's not purely my house. It's the community house, and so I don't want to make decisions for the community, even though they probably wouldn't care. I'm like terrible at talking to people, being around people, doing anything with people, but I also crave interactions with people. It's the duality of man. Damn, that one slot is staying empty. It's staying strong. I keep checking. And I go, no, it's probably filled soon. It's probably once something hits like a stack, it will take that slot. It's not like we'll pick up a new block. Oh, yo, something fun to just talk to you guys about and tell you about my life. My friends. So I don't really like alcohol. Like, alcohol to me tastes gross. So I don't really drink very often. I'd much rather have a soda than a beer. Even though I'm trying to cut down on my soda intake as well. But my friends are pretty avid drinkers. They're young, I guess, at this point, so they can, test their livers a little bit. But my friend's hosting like a beer Olympics, where I guess they're gonna do a bunch of different beer related, alcohol related games. Um, and the they were like, well, we know you don't drink, right? But we wanted you to be a part of it, so do you want to be the ref or the point keeper? And I'm like, you know what? That's probably smart because once you guys start drinking, you'll probably lose track of points and stuff. Like they want to take it like seriously too. Like they're gonna have prizes and stuff for people. So like they want you to take it somewhat seriously. So I'm gonna be the ref for the beer Olympics. Uh and we'll see how it goes. I have the best job, man. I get to see everybody else get drunk, and don't have to do any drinking, and I just get to sit back and watch people fall over and yell at each other while drunk. My friends, I know my friends, but sometimes I know my friends too well, and I'm like, I hope nobody gets hurt. Like, I know, as in, like, I hope nobody attacks anyone, you know? Apparently one of the rules is the ref has the final say, so, uh, we'll see how that goes for me. And then, yeah, and apparently one of my other friends had already done a beer Olympics with his other friend group. So he knows like a little bit about stuff like that, and he's telling me like just don't, because it was funny because he was like telling me he's like don't be like my other friend who like did act like he was telling me like what like the do's and don'ts to like deal with people because I feel like like when people get drunk, they get belligerent, like they get angry, they can get more aggressive at times. Not all the time, but like sometimes, like maybe get more frustrated easily, have less control over their emotions. So like, don't do stupid shit that's gonna like make them mad because it's gonna just ruin the fun for you and the other. Like, don't be like a dick, like don't take it somewhat seriously because if these people are taking it seriously, like if you're gonna be the ref, you gotta kind of take it seriously as well. Um, so I'm gonna try my best. The worst part about it though is I don't drink, right? So I don't know any of the rules to these games. So I'm gonna really have to try my best to like I'm gonna take this seriously. Like, I'm gonna take this role seriously. It sounds a little bit ridiculous, but I'm gonna take this role seriously and make sure that I be the best beer Olympics ref I can be. It's not for a while. Well, I guess it's next month, actually. Right? Yeah, it would be next month. So it's not for a while, but it's not far away. Also, I don't know why I start every sentence with also. But, recently finally hit 200 episodes on, One Piece. Finally 200 episodes into One Piece, only like 800 or actually 900 more to go. But that was a big milestone for me. I feel like I haven't been keeping up with my One Piece, but hitting 200 feels like a big milestone. And like weirdly enough, I've been watching it for like quite a while now, but I do not feel like I have hit 200 episodes. Like it does not feel like 200 episodes at all. But also I feel that same way with like My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia has like 170 episodes or something like that. But I've been watching it since like high school. So, you know, maybe that's why it doesn't feel like we've watched it very often because we take like big breaks. But like, I don't feel like I've watched 100 and some episodes of My Hero. My my favorite thing is like or like back in the day I watched it like multiple. I've watched the first season multiple times of My Hero, like back in the day when it first came out. I watched it in the sub and the dub. I watched it in the dub like multiple times. I really like. I talked about this, and I feel like I've talked about this on stream before. But I love the differences between dub and sub. Like I know people like dub or sub, like you know more versus the other one, but I love them. I think they both deserve to exist. I feel like people give dub like a lot of hate for no reason. You know, I feel like people well like they have a reason, but I think the reason is just kind of silly. I don't know. It's your opinion. You can have your opinion and it can be whatever you want it to be, but I always just am like you like cuz a lot of the times when I hear people like dub sucks because like the voice actors in the dubs are so cringy and I'm like this is this is anime. Like this is what it is. Like I feel like people find the sub less cringy because they don't understand what the Japanese person is saying, you know? Like they just can gauge the emotion from the dub or the sub and then read whatever they're saying, you know? Where in the dub you actually know what they're saying and what they're saying maybe to that person seems cringy. Like, but I'm just to me, I'm like the thing you like is cringy. Then, like that is what you like. But it's you know like watch what you want to watch, right? Like I'm not trying to call out people for watching the sub because I watch the dub and I hate when people go like you watch the dub. Oh my god, you know like and go like I hate when people do that. It's insufferable. You know, and some people don't do it as like a malicious thing, of course, but it can get really annoying. But I love the differences between subs and dubs. Like I love watching both because like I know I've talked about this before, but like I think this I can't remember exactly when it is, but I think it's when Goku unlocks Ultra Instinct Sign in the Tournament of Power where in the sub it's like Goku like gets nearly knocked out and then they're like is it over, you know, kind of thing, like oh no. But like in the dub like and it's a different feeling because it's like Beerus is like talking about Goku as if like you know like he's desperate. At least this is how I take it because I obviously don't understand Japanese. But like from the writing perspective, it looks like he's sort of like desperate, like oh my god, is it over? Like Goku's really lost. Like we're about to be destroyed. Our entire universe is about to be destroyed. Like oh my god. But in like the dub, it shows like a completely different kind of character because it's like Beerus is like, is this really it for you? And then there's like a part where I don't even think it has any words in the sub version. They like just don't play like have him say anything. But in the dub he does where like it's sort of like is it really like he's sort of questioning it like really Goku like that's all you have left in you like kind of like he expects more from him. And then they cut to like this wide shot in the dub and I have to look back because it's been a while so I could be just shooting fucking idiocy out of my ass. But they do like a wide shot in the dub, and like Beerus is like, "Goku, are you finished?" Like he yells that into the crowd, and then everything starts happening, right? Like the rumbling, and then Beerus goes, "Here he comes," you know, like, and it's almost to me in the dub, like in the sub, it's almost like Beerus is like fearful, worried, shocked that Goku like could lose. But in the dub, it almost seems like he's questioning it like really like he expects better from Goku and then when it's revealed oh Goku's not down yet he's like of course like I never doubted him and it's two just like they're different characters almost at that point and I love that it's sort of like in My Hero Academia the sub versus the dub in the first season um in one of the scenes with in the scene when he first meets All Might and they're talking on the roof um his character is like very different. Like in the sub, he uh he kind of like focuses more on how the people treat him. And again, this has also been a long time, but he like focuses more on how people treated him because he was quirkless. Like he goes like people treat me badly because I don't have a quirk and kind of thing. And then in the dub, it seems more like he talks about being quirkless as being like the problem, which is kind of interesting because it's two different perspectives of like is the people around him the reason like he can't succeed and people are holding him down because he's quirkless, or is actually being quirkless the problem? Like do you need power to be a hero? And it's just like I love both because it's like it can be read as like two completely different stories, which also might be another reason why some people prefer the sub over the dub, because sometimes the dub takes liberties of like what they think should be said and how they should say it, and then the sub is like the actual translation, which I think I can understand that more than like it's cringy. Like I don't understand the it's cringy crowd personally. Like they can I respect them, you know, have your opinions, but like I don't really understand it, but I understand the it's the actual like translation sort of thing. Which even then the subtitles probably take liberties as well and you just don't realize it as much. Because there is no like direct translation, you know, like it's gonna you're gonna have to move things around or else it's not gonna make sense in English if you like translate each word. You know, like the grammar's not gonna be proper in English because it's different languages with different grammar rules and different ways words go and all that stuff. I'm not gonna talk anything about the like any spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, but I saw Deadpool and Wolverine twice in theaters, and I truthfully stand by the fact that I feel like that's like it is the greatest superhero movie of the decade, personally. Um, and I just love hearing because like there's people who say it's not as good as like other people, you know, like people have their opinions. But like the majority of like all of my friends who've seen it are like, yeah, I think I agree with you that it's like the best superhero movie of the decade. Like it is a love letter to superhero movies. Like it's so good. And if you haven't seen it, like go see it. If you can pick it up on like DVD or Blu-ray, go do that. Like seriously. I don't think you would regret it, especially if you love like those movies, like those kind of movies. If you loved the other two Deadpools, you'll love this one. You know, Wolverine's obviously in it from the title, so if you're a fan of those like the Wolverine movies, you know, Logan, X-Men, you know, you'll I think you'll like it a lot. And I feel like having Deadpool now that Fox is owned by Disney, being able to have Deadpool in Disney's MCU, I feel like that's just gonna be so good. Like it's just gonna be so good. And I don't know if Hugh Jackman's like I assume this is gonna be Hugh Jackman's like last stunt as Wolverine, but like if he ever comes back, like I will forever, you know, like Hugh Jackman's the fucking man, you know, like I love Hugh Jackman. Um Genshin Impact, man, I'm not gonna get back into Genshin Impact. However, I'm very tempted to download the game again. I just recently deleted it off my iPad because I deleted it off my computer, and then I was like, I'm not reinstalling it to my computer because it takes forever and it's like 120 gigabytes. Um, but they recently announced like a character. I don't know if she got released or they're just showing her off now. But I'm like, this character design, she's like a lion person, and I'm like, this character design is so good. And I want that character, but I know like I'm part of me just wants to download the game just to try and pull for her and then never play it again. You know, just to have it. But like I don't know if I will do that. I genuinely I don't mourn Genshin Impact. Like I don't miss it. I just miss like the time I spent with it. Like when I say Genshin Impact is like a toxic X for me, like it is. Like I don't miss them, but I miss the times we spent together, the good times, you know? Dude, I swear to God I would be playing Genshin over Wuthering Waves probably. Um maybe not, but maybe. I probably would honestly. But only if they just allowed me to skip cutscenes. Like if Genshin just allowed me to skip all the cutscenes like Wuwa does, I would be playing Genshin. Like that is legitimately the only thing stopping me from playing Genshin Impact right now is I would reinstall it if I could skip cutscenes. Because the game just got so boring at Sumaru. It got so boring. So I know Genshin doesn't care about like a MiHoYo does not care about me, or HoYoverse, I guess, does not care about me because I never spent a dime on their game. But I need to get like Family Guy clips to play while I'm doing this. Do the top screen like bottom screen like Subway Surfer Family Guy shit for these parts when I don't know what to talk about and we're just mining. Keep people's attention. I I hate those videos, but they also like they trap me cuz it's like I don't have ADHD, but it's like an ADHD trap cuz you just like watch it and you're just like passively looking at the moving pictures and listening to the thing. That's why I have to turn off YouTube Shorts. Like, it's a problem now with Twitter where I'm just like always on Twitter. So I probably should like remove Twitter, but um, I would doom scroll as they say on YouTube Shorts like infinitely at night. Like I still do shit on my phone all night, but like YouTube Shorts was one of the biggest problems for me, and I had to turn them off because for me it was affecting my mental health a lot where I was just like I don't know. This was the problem was I was watching a lot of YouTube shorts and for some reason like those like they always have the weird talk shows on YouTube shorts where it's like you know like a Sigma alpha men, you know, like destroys women, and it's like you'd always like come across them, and I like it just made me depressed because it was just like it was like one of two things. It was either like they had some sort of like tone deaf like lady who's just said a thing, and then just makes me go like, wow, this is what women are like now, huh? And then it has the guys who are like, I think that the women should be blah 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 blah. Insert like really sexist remark, and it's just like, Jesus, this is how men are now, huh? Like I just hated everybody after watching those, and like it was just not good for my mental health because I was looking at them and being like, wow, literally everybody in these situations are terrible people. I wish you could permanently turn off YouTube Shorts on YouTube, but of course YouTube's not going to do that. People don't really talk about the like people talk about the shitty practices that Twitch does, like this new knocking feature that's god awful, this like all these stupid shit, the pay cuts now, they're making like tier 1 subs even more expensive on Twitch. And like everybody, you know, rightfully so, shits on Twitch for their absolute horrible business practices and dumb decisions. But I feel like nobody shits on YouTube as much as they should for like the stupid shit that they do. Like YouTube doesn't let you turn off YouTube Shorts; it only lets you turn them off for 30 days. And then they turn them back on. And even then, that doesn't block all YouTube Shorts from your recommended. They'll still recommend you YouTube Shorts. Um, they they have this like AI thing that like apparently it's like an AI thing for live streams and premieres where they take a chat summary of what the chat's saying for some reason. I don't know if it I think it's still a test feature, and I don't know if it's on this stream at all if that happens, but it's like you can't opt out of it, and it's like kind of stupid, and it doesn't really make any sense. And this one streamer I watch called Shiny Catherine, uh, you don't have it, no? Okay, sweet. I'm glad. I think it's on specific channels because they're testing it out. But this streamer I watch called Shiny Catherine, um, she had it on her stream and took a screenshot of it and like posted on Twitter and said, "Hey YouTube, can you fucking knock it off? I don't want this." Because it was like, I don't know why, but it said something like chat is discussing why if Shiny Catherine has killed children in the past or something like that. And she's like, there was no talk about me killing children in my chat, and I am a family-friendly channel, and this is very dangerous for the kids that, like, you know, for stuff like this to pop up when I have kids in my chat, you know, like, the only thing that I can think of is that my chat was calling me purple, and maybe they thought purple guy FNAF killing kids, you know, or something like that. So it's like, this is really dangerous. And it's like, why can't we just like opt out of it? Like, why do these companies keep giving us these random things that nobody wants and then not letting us opt out of them? Also, how you doing today, Jimmy Saint? Welcome on in. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're clearing out this, and then we're probably gonna work on the slime caverns some more today, and we're just gonna be chatting. So if you guys got anything you want to chat about, like, I'm always gonna try my best. I'm always gonna start rambling, but like, definitely if you guys are like, oh, you know, like have a question, or you have something you want to talk about, like, you know, you did something cool today, you know, feel free. This is the perfect stream for that. You know, if you ever wanted to chat with me on stream, this is the perfect stream for it. Hello. I was gonna say something and then I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember. Uh, I know people do like subscriber goals and stuff. The only subscriber goal I really have is I think I said if we get to like 400 subs, I'll stream twice a week on Twitch or on YouTube. We'll move one of the 3 Twitch streams to YouTube. But I also kind of I saw this there's this YouTuber that I watch. I can't remember her YouTube channel, but she's a VTuber that does like talks about literature, and her name is Ophelia on YouTube. Like it's like something Tales with Ophelia or something. It's like Fantastical Tales with Ophelia. I feel like you could probably look up like Ophelia book VTuber and probably find her. But she's really, really cool. I really enjoy her stuff. And she recently hit, I think, 2,600 subs on YouTube or something like that. Like some pretty crazy goal. And did like, for that, she did a Q&A. For, this is rude. Did a Q&A where she answered everybody's questions. She like put out the Q&A on YouTube, like the YouTube posts, her Twitter, and her Reddit. I guess I don't know if she. I guess she has a Reddit. Where you could ask her whatever questions. She just did a stream where she answered them. And I feel like I'm not an interesting enough person to do a Q&A, but like I feel like it would be kind of fun. Or I don't have like enough people that would probably want to ask me questions, but I'm like maybe I feel like I would love to do that some days, just do a Q&A where I'll answer any question within reason, you know. But also, I feel like you guys could ask me questions at any time and I'd probably answer them. I just don't got anything going on, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm just like a very boring person. You know, everybody goes like, oh, what's new? And I go, nothing. You know, build a house in Minecraft, I guess. You have any advice for someone wanting to become a VTuber? I actually have, like, people ask this a lot, actually, which is funny to me because I feel like I'm quite shit, for lack of a better term. Like, I'm not like a, you know, I'm not like a big VTuber, but I guess, like, maybe that makes me a good candidate to ask the question because it's like, how do you deal with like how do you deal with being like a small VTuber? So like I don't know, but like for me, truthfully, like when it comes to content creation, I do like talking about it at least. Um, you're fun to watch. I super appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just sometimes feel like I'm boring, but you know what? I've gotten a little bit of a confidence boost. This is a little bit of a tangent I'm gonna go on because one of my friends has been watching the Xenoblade series on YouTube because he's a big Xenoblade fan. He was one of the reasons I played Definitive Edition. He's the reason I got into Xenoblade, but he's one of the reasons I made the Definitive Edition series on the channel for Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I wouldn't recommend watching it if you like Definitive Edition because I did not have a fantastic time playing it, but it's still a good series, I think. You know, if you want to see me get frustrated at times and excited, if you want to see my full emotional range, go watch that. But anyways, that's completely off topic. But he was watching the Xenoblade 3 series, and he was talking to me about, like, he's like, you know, like, the thing you said in your Xenoblade video, like, really resonated with me, and, like, I that's why I feel like I want to try doing this, and that, and I was like, I don't remember saying that. I'm like, that was posted, like, 4 months ago, I don't remember saying that at all. I'm like, I have no context on what you're talking about. But I was like, damn, you know, someone's resonating with the things I'm saying. That's awesome. uh, but to get to the actual question of like what would I tell people if they want to get into like VTubing, and I kind of think of it as like content creation in general. How's it going, Dino Eye? Is just like, well, okay, first of all, like a genuine, because usually my thing is like, oh, just do it, just do it, right? It's easier said than done. But one of my things is, if you don't have a good internet speed, I would not stream. I would record videos because you can still stream if you want to. Like, if anything, if you go like, no, I still want to do this, like, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to actually listen to me. This is just from my perspective, is that for me, if you don't have a really good internet speed, I wouldn't stream like fast-paced, crazy graphics games, because it's going to end up becoming like a PowerPoint presentation. It's going to look fuzzy and it's not going to look very good. So it might not be the best. But if you want to do it just because you want to do it, absolutely. Just if you want to just do it to have fun, just do it. But if you're like, should I stream or should I record? Like, if you don't have a good internet speed, probably just record stuff and make videos that way. I think that if you're trying to be like a VTuber, you don't need like a fancy model. Like, my model isn't very fancy, and if you think my model's nice, like, I made this myself, and I don't think it's necessarily the most creative or interesting model. I just like it, I have my own emotional attachments to it, but it's not like a top tier model. So you don't need a top tier model to be a VTuber, it can help, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to have it. You could stream with a PNG for however long you want, like, doesn't necessarily matter. I also think that there's no rules to streaming. So, like, some people might say, like, oh, if you want to be like a real VTuber, you have to have this and that. But you can just do whatever you want, right? Like, because VTubers are it's like if you were trying to say there's like a constraint for like people who stream with a face cam, right? Like, there's no rules for that. There's no like, oh, if you stream with a face cam, you have to have this big debut and you have to have lore and you have to have like all this stuff. It's like, no, you don't. It might help. People might like it if you do, but you don't have to. You could just stream with a VTuber model and just that's something you like. I feel like people take VTubing as like this sort of like community, which it is to an extent, but it's like saying streamers are a community. It's like, it's not really a community. Like, Ludwig isn't getting into beef with like if like, say, like a Spanish like StarCraft streamer, some controversy happens over there, that doesn't affect Ludwig on YouTube. Like, just because they're in the same medium doesn't mean they're necessarily connected. So there's no rules. And my overall opinion of streaming is there's two ways to go about streaming. The one way is, are you trying to like make it, are you only focusing on the money aspect, which I think is valid. I don't think you should do it if you're only focusing on the money, but it's a valid thing to think about. Some people look at streaming, they see a very profitable industry, and they want to go, well, I want to, like, yeah, of course I want to work from home and play video games or, draw for my career, and I want to, do that. That's valid. I don't think you should do that, because I think you are much more likely to burn out from it if you don't enjoy doing it. But if you're solely looking to do it for money, look at the trends, look at what's popular, play the new thing, do the clickbait, like, do everything, $5,000 challenge, right? Like, do that. Look at what's happening, what's popular, and try to emulate that with putting your own spin on it to make you unique. That's what you should try and do if you're trying to make money, as much money as possible. Just doesn't sound enjoyable. Yeah, I don't think doing it for the money, like, streaming, I don't think is enjoyable if you're like, I want to get millions of followers, this is all I care about, is just want to be famous and make money. It's like, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it. I don't think you're gonna have a good time. So I don't personally advertise that you should try that. That isn't something you should advocate and try for. However, if that's what you're doing, just look at what's popular, right? Don't focus on anything else. And that's why I think you'll get burnt out, because if the things that, like, say Fortnite, right? You're like, I just want to be famous, I'm gonna play Fortnite, and you just hate Fortnite. Like, you're gonna get burnt out because you hate Fortnite. So but that's the only thing you play, because that's the only thing you're known for. The other thing is, for me, if you want to get into it, what I would say is, if you're not focusing on money and you're just wanting to do this because you think it's fun, I say focus on whatever you enjoy. It's going to cause you to be have more longevity. You're not gonna be in a situation where you get burnt out a lot. You're gonna be fine. Like, if you do the things you love and you just share your passions with people, you may not get as many views or whatever as like someone doing like the most popular new game with a new challenge or whatever. But if you just like, you're like, I like playing Minecraft, or I like playing games, I like doing this, and you share it, I think you'll have a much more time enjoying it than trying to fit the trends and stuff. And then another thing to think about, there's two ways to do the things I enjoy route. And they're surprisingly a little bit more different than you would expect, in my opinion. Again, I'm not like an expert on anything, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt. But a lot of the times, YouTubers get caught in this thing where, um, say you start your channel, right? And you're like, I just want to play Pokemon. Like, I only want to do Pokemon stuff. Pokemon is my passion. I love Pokemon. I want to play Pokemon, right? And then maybe you get 100 subs that like your Pokemon content, watch you all the time, love, you're doing Nuzlocke, you're playing through all the story games, you know, you're playing Pokemon, everybody loves your Pokemon stuff. And then someday you think, you know, well, I don't really want to play Pokemon, I kind of want to play Minecraft, you know, I kind of want to play Minecraft. No Pokemon mod, nothing, I just want to play Minecraft. Um, that's gonna isolate your main viewership because the people come to watch you for Pokemon, right? So that stuff is probably not gonna get the most amount of views, which I think it's valid. Like, how many times do you watch a streamer for one thing or watch a person for one thing and never go and watch their other things? Like, it happens a lot. So I think you can stick to, if you want to, you can stick to one thing and then that be your like main thing, and maybe you make another channel for something separate. I don't do that, as you can see. And that's the other way I see it, is you can do everything or anything you want, and you may not grow as fast because you don't have a niche, you don't have, like, you know, I have a lot of people watching my Power World stuff because it's kind of a new game, very popular. But once I stop uploading Power World, like, those people may never come and watch another video of mine again. So it's not like, you know, you wanna, you can focus on one thing or you can focus on multiple things, and I think for me focusing on multiple things is more fun because I never get bored. I feel like I'm never getting bored of the stuff that I do. I'm never getting bored of making YouTube content, and I think that if you do content like that, it makes it easier for people to enjoy your content, because if you do multiple different stuff, and someone sticks around, right? So if you guys like, if I see you guys in like a Pokemon stream or in like or leaving a comment on something else, like, you don't have to, of course, right? Like, you don't have to. So some people like Dino Eye came in. Originally he came into the Sun and Moon stuff, right? We were playing Pokemon. He's in the Minecraft stream, and so part of me, you know, maybe he just likes, there's some crossover. But because I do a lot of different stuff, you know, and more, if people show up to multiple things, I know that those people aren't necessarily here for the game, they're here for me, and that's what I like. So if that's why I like doing a bunch of different stuff and not focusing necessarily on one thing, because I don't want my content to be derived from one thing, because the moment that thing loses popularity or you know, isn't fun to you anymore, you lose sort of your core audience and you kind of have to start over. So I started from the beginning just doing whatever I wanted, and then anybody that stuck around was someone that presumably enjoyed my content just as a person in general. Um and yeah, just so that's I don't know if any of that made sense. I feel like I kind of lost the plot halfway through. But I think that, like, there's no wrong way to do it. I think you can start, it doesn't matter how high quality you are, because you can just start and get better as you go along. And I think that if you're gonna like focus, you can focus on one thing and have a niche, and that could get you popular. But you have to be aware that if that thing stops being popular and or you stop caring about that thing, you might lose your niche slash um you might lose your niche slash you uh will sort of, like, I don't know, get burnt out, lose you'll lose interest, you'll lose your audience, your core audience there. So there's a balancing act you have to do, because some people, like Game Grumps, for instance, like Game Grumps do a ton of different things, and they're wildly popular, and that's because of the people behind it. But some like Aaron, I think, has like a dedicated channel to card games. Like he doesn't do the card game stuff on Game Grumps because that audience would. I don't know. I don't know if any of this makes sense. You'll keep it in mind. Yeah, take whatever you sounds right to you. You know what I mean? Like take whatever sounds right. I'm already regretting being over here because I forgot to get food, and I forgot to fix my pickaxe. So we're actually gonna go walk back. I kind of got lost halfway in that conversation. I was planning on getting more bread and fixing my pickaxe before coming here, but I kind of forgot what I was doing. So I'm gonna head back. But yeah, like take whatever I say with like a grain of salt. And if like any of you guys wanna like start streaming stuff, tell me about it, and I'll like send people over. I think that like also a very, very good thing to do when it comes to streaming and content creation is like making friends, if that makes sense. I don't think you should make friends just purely based off like numbers, obviously. Like you shouldn't go and be like, oh, this person has 10K subscribers. If I become friends with them, then I can have some of those subscribers. Like I don't think you should be like that. That's kind of like a dick thing. But like if you say like, we all love Jimmy Saints, like we they pop into the stream, we love them, and they start streaming. Like I would be more than happy to be like, hey guys, look, they're streaming, let's go watch their stream together or something, like, and we support each other and share stuff, right? Like if I think something's cool, share stuff, because you don't. I also think this is a thing, is you should share things with your friends or with people. Like you don't have to necessarily give people things. Like a long time ago I knew this guy, and I just realized that it's probably on screen this whole time and I can remove it. I keep forgetting to do that. But this chat bot guy, or this chat overlay I have, it doesn't work for YouTube. It only works for Twitch, but I have this chat boy here, and then it has this little chat box that I coded with HTML using like stream elements and what have you, to make it look like a text bubble, like the little guy saying whatever chat's saying. You know, I can tell you, hey, you can do that, right? You can do that, but I'm not gonna tell you, like I'm not gonna give it to you, right? I had a long time ago, there was a guy that I that basically asked me like, can I have that? And I was gonna give it to him at first, and then he was kind of being a dick to me, so I was like, you know what, no, fuck you. But like if he asked me like, oh, how did you do that? Like I think you should explain it to people, because if you think like if you think the way of like I can't tell people how I did the XY thing on my stream, because they might gain followers or something, or become more popular than me because of that. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. Like that's, if you rely on a gimmick, are you really like popular? Like, are you really successful if you're relying on a gimmick? Where if you think that if anybody else has this gimmick, people are just gonna go and watch them instead. Like, would you consider that success? Because I wouldn't. So that's what I would say is like share things with your friends if people ask for help, because at the beginning, and I'm saying this from someone who at the beginning of my like streaming career, people would ask me how to do stuff, and I'd be like, figure it out yourself. Like, I'm not telling you, this is my hidden industry secret, like I'm not some fucking angel saint guy who knows like who's done everything right immediately. Like I've not done everything right immediately, like this is coming from someone who's made many mistakes, and I'd say definitely share things with people, support people, because like a house of cards is way more structurally sound with more cards than just one card laying flat on the table, right? Like you're not gonna make a house of cards with one card on the table. So, but if we can all, you know, take some of the weight off each other, we can balance perfectly, and then, you know, become even better. Because you just, you know, if you just have a better community and you support people, you're gonna be building each other up, you know, rather than shooting yourselves in the foot by not being helpful. Because maybe you have something, you have an idea, but you can't, it's just not, it doesn't work out for you, right? Like, it just doesn't work perfectly for you, and it just happens to not be your thing. But like, you tell your friend, like, oh, I had this idea but I just couldn't get it to work out. They get it to work out, and maybe they become wildly popular, right? And then they go, well, hey, check out this guy that he was the one who gave me the idea, like, you should go check them out. And then they go over to you, and maybe some of them go, oh, this guy's actually cool too, I'll watch them. Or maybe they'll go, you know, not for me, but, you know, he's around and that's interesting. And then maybe down the line they go, oh, this video is cool, I'll watch him. You know, like, if you help people, you know, they help you, and then infinite money glitch. Streamers jazzing people up. It's exactly, and I feel like it's a lot of fun because, you know, I like to, like, especially on Twitch. I wish YouTube had a little bit. We talked a little bit about it earlier, but I wish Twitch had, or YouTube had a little bit of a better rating system to, like, raid people after streams. But like on Twitch, I like raiding friends and sometimes checking out new people. You know, I very rarely do because I'm, like, terrible at talking and being around people. But I like to, you know, look at other people's streams and, like, just send the love. Like, even I try to tell people, like, even if you're not gonna stay for the raid, like afterwards, just stay for it, like, on the way. Because, you know, when someone raids you with, like, 4 viewers, it's like, holy shit, 4 new people, that's crazy. You know, like, even if that person was never gonna stay there, it's the dopamine rush. It makes people happy. And I try to, like, you know, get people to be like, just stay at least for the thing to make someone's day. And then if they happen to like them, then they stay, you know. Infinite money glitch, yeah, exactly. Because, like, even, like, some of the most support I've gotten from streaming is just from people who never knew me and just kind of took a chance on me. Like, there was this streamer, I don't know if she streams anymore, but her name was Revenge of the Smith. And she raided me with, like, 12 people one night, because I just had, like, I was playing Skyrim, and, my title was, like, because I was thinking about, like Karens, you know, like Karens, like, I want to speak to your manager type people. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if, like, the Dragonborn, like, the Karen was a Dragonborn and would shout at people with, like, the Dragonborn shouts? And so I just titled my stream, like, Dragonborn wants to speak to the manager. And this random lady on Twitch with, you know, a medium size following saw my things on Twitch and went, oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's a funny title. Let's go raid this person. Raided me, got me, like, you know, a handful more follows, and definitely pushed me above where I needed to be on Twitch to be able to, like, make money. So it was, you know, it was the affiliate push that I need to do to get onto Twitch's affiliate program. Like, they just happened to see me, took a chance on me, and, you know, I've, you know, never been more, happy, you know, more, I can't think of the word, but I've never been more, it's not honored. Humble? I can't think of the word, but, like, you know, now I kind of want more people, like, I want more people to do that, so that we can forever have more people getting successful off of other people, and, like, just, you know, just working together, trying to make a nice community. That's how it be, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like my brain is slowly devolving. But yeah, so, like, that's why I'm like, if people, you know, I don't think you should be rude about it, right? Like, if you're streaming, I feel like it's kind of rude to be like to go into someone's chat and be like, oh, I'm streaming, bye, you know, like I'm gonna go stream. Oh, if you want to come see my stream, you know, like in someone's chat, right? But if you're like, oh yeah, I've started streaming, you know, on YouTube on this, you know, I stream these days. Like I'm more than happy to hear about you going like, yeah, I stream on these days and I do this because I'll check it out too. Like, and if people want to check it out, they want to check it out. You know, you can't. Your chat isn't hostage. Like you can't hold your chat hostage. You're not the only person they're gonna watch. So trying to like treat them as like the Golem's ring, you know, it's never gonna work out. No. Where is that at? I need to check if CIT Resone has been updated yet, because I still don't have my custom sword textures anymore. We're dealing with some Hoa sickness. I wanted to give a lore reason for my world when sometimes when my texture packs aren't updated with the mods for the new version. It's called Hoa sickness. I can't remember what it stood for something, I think. I think Merlin, because I asked, like, what should this stand for? Like, or no, maybe I asked, like, I think I asked for, like, an illness name. And Merlin came up with a pretty good one. It was, like, hyper-auditory something, something, something disorder or something. Or syndrome. But I hope that if any of you guys stream to cap off the streaming thing, I hope if any of you guys stream, I hope you guys have a fantastic time. I hope you guys make a lot of friends and you just enjoy it, because 99% of the people, the homeowners association, exactly. The HOA sickness. That's a different kind of sickness. I just want you guys to, you know, have fun, because like 99% of the time, you're probably not going to be able to make a living off of YouTube, unfortunately. It's just such a difficult scenario to be in, to like try and like, it's a difficult area to be in, but I hope you guys at least make some money off of it. Like my goal in life would be to actually make money on YouTube. I make some money on Twitch, but very, very little. And to me, it's never about the money, but fucking money's nice, man, you know? Like, it's good. It would be nice, you know? I will, like, if I had infinite money, you know, never needed to work a day in my life, like, never needed to do anything involving money, I would still be streaming and making YouTube videos, because that's just something I enjoy. But if I could make money off of it as well, that would be very cool. So I would, you know, I would love, I've been on YouTube for, like, forever. I've had multiple YouTube channels and stuff, and this is the only one I've really stuck around with. And I've never made a red cent on YouTube. But yeah, I hope you guys just have fun. I don't know. I hope you guys took something away from that, and if you didn't, sorry. If you didn't, sorry. I'll get you next time. You know. But that's like, you know, I like answering questions. You know, I like thinking about things from like my perspective, and I'd love to hear your guys' perspectives as well. Like if you guys have like, you know, if I say something and you're like, you know, respectfully, you're stupid, I'll be like, yeah, that's totally valid, like 100%. Why am I stupid though? Like, you know, could you explain why I'm dumb? And like, I don't know, like birth defects, or, you know, raising, maybe the education system. It's like, oh, okay, you know what, that's fair, that's fair. But yeah, like I like hearing other people's opinions as well on stuff. So if you guys ever have like opinions on things, that's why I always ask for people's opinions on like builds and things I do, is like I like hearing about different perspectives. I think that's an important thing to have, is a bunch of different perspectives from people with all different backgrounds. Because some people will have insight on things that other people's don't, you know? Okay, now we should probably be good to go. I'm keeping an eye on the clock, because I'm technically supposed to do something at, like, 9. We should have more than enough time for stream, because I started a little bit earlier. But I have something to do at 9. That's if the person remembers. Also, actually, I have one more thing. I have one more thing about the advice for streaming and VTubing and content creation. I have one more thing. Sorry, I capped it off so eloquently, but I have one more thing to say, and I think it's one of the more important things. So this is the only reason I brought it back up. Is don't worry about numbers, right? You know, don't worry about numbers where, like, you know, if you don't have like 100 subscribers when someone maybe started 2 days ago and you've been doing it for like 7 years, you know, and you don't have the same amount of stuff, like, don't compare yourself to people. It's inevitably gonna happen because that's life. You're gonna compare yourself to people, but don't try to keep it, like, don't keep yourself bogged down about it, because you never know when you're gonna pop off. And I think genuinely, if the numbers get to you, turn them off. It's okay to turn them off, you know? On Twitch, there's an option to turn off your view count. On YouTube, I don't look at my view count basically ever, because I have the game up here and then I have the chat up on the other screen. If the numbers are causing you doubts and affecting your mental health, turn them off. Just turn them off. Like, it might not help, but it will probably be better. You know, like, I say definitely don't focus on the numbers, but it's easier said than done, because people, you know, that's also how you track your success on things, is like, you know, your grades, right? Like, how much have I improved? Oh, I got an, you know, 100% on this thing. I got a 90 on this one. That means I must have improved on this one, you know? So it's gonna happen. You're going to end up inevitably, you know, comparing yourself to other people and also looking at your view count and seeing stuff. But, like, just, if you have the ability to, just turn it off. Don't look at it, because I think if it's gonna ruin your day, it's not important. That's the hardest part, is the numbers. Yeah, because, like, I keep up my number count on Twitch a lot of times, and it is sort of mentally, like, damaging, because sometimes I'll look and say I have like 5 viewers. Like, that's big for me. Like, oh, 5 viewers, that's crazy. And then it drops down to 2, right? It's like, well, why? You start thinking to yourself, like, why did those 3 people leave? Am I not funny? Did I say something wrong? You know, and sometimes people just, like, how many times have you like, you got to think about this, is how many times have you gone to a YouTube channel, just looked at it and went, it's not for me, and walked away? Like, it's not like you hated that person. It's not like they're fucking stupid, you know? You just didn't feel like, you just didn't like it. You just went, you know what, it's not for me. I'm not really interested in Minecraft, actually. I'm gonna go watch, like, sports. You know? Like, how many times have you done that, you know? It's the same with dislikes, for me. Like, sometimes I hate dislikes in a sense of, like, I wish people would tell me why they disliked a video rather than just disliking it. But I know that, like, how many times have you, like, clicked on a video and just went, oh my god, I don't want this recommended to me, dislike, you know? Like, and that the person isn't, like, a terrible person, you know? Like, sometimes I'll look up tutorials on, you know, on, like, how to fix my computer or something like that. And if it's like a really long tutorial that doesn't answer the question, I give it a dislike. I don't think the person's, like, Satan, but I go, this wasn't helpful to me. Dislike. You know, dislike is such a harsh sounding thing, because it's like, that's why the star system was way better, because you could be like, you know what, this was alright, but not my favorite. 3 stars, you know? Like, oh, this episode was great. 5 stars, you know? Like, where it's like, you like it or it's Hitler. Like, it's like, fucking, there's no difference. It's the 2 extremes, right? Like, you can't, it's like, you're the best person or I fucking hate you. Like, it's, unfortunately, that's how it can be perceived sometimes. Because, like, I dislike boring videos, but I also dislike racism. Like, so, You kind of glad they turned off dislikes. I I like it. I like dislikes because I like seeing like what people don't like. You know, I like seeing what the differences of what people like and don't like. But I also understand that like it can affect people's mental health. They still show it on your end, so it's like the only thing it is just not public information, which is kind of it's kind of annoying to me because like I'll like be scrolling through videos like years later and I'll have like 3 dislikes on a video and I'll be like, when did that happen? Like, why are there like 3 dislikes on this video? Um, but it's like it's a good way to like gauge what people like and dislike. But I wish there was just like a better thing, like a better way to like know why they disliked it. Like if someone just disliked my video and said like "fuck you, you're a piece of shit, I hate you," like that's not criticism. That's just a guy hating me. Like so, I don't care because the criticism is nowhere. It's just some guy being a dick, right? Like that guy just had a bad day. He had to go online and swear at some dude. I don't know, like whatever. No skin off my back, you know. But if it's like someone's genuinely like, I feel like you could do better in this video. It's like I want to know why. I want to know what, especially if they liked my other videos. It's like, what did you like about my other videos that you didn't like about this one? Because sometimes like I love asking people stuff, but like sometimes I don't like I won't necessarily listen to your advice all the time. Like for Xenoblade, people were like telling me like this, if you're gonna do all this content and you're gonna do all the story, all the side quests, it's gonna be way too long. So don't do the side quests. And I'm like, but I want to do the side quests. So I ask people like, okay, well if the time, like if it's gonna take forever, do you guys want longer videos? And then people are like, well, maybe sometimes, but not all the time. And so it's like, okay, so we'll do like every 5 episodes, we'll do an hour-long video. And it's like kind of an even medium of what people want and what I want. Which I can't talk about that because I haven't been keeping up with the Xenoblade series. I really need to get back into it. I've fallen behind since I gotten sick, like, and just haven't picked it up since I got sick. But yeah, like I value people's opinions, so that's the part of the dislike I enjoy, but it's the mind wandering that's the worst part because you never know. You can't. You're not gonna know what you don't know, and my brain is one of those brains that thinks about the worst possibilities. So like if if a friend doesn't respond to me, right? Sometimes my brain will go, oh, do they hate me? Or, like, did I say something wrong? Like, I think about all the worst scenarios possible. And then they text me, go, like, oh, I was on the toilet, And it's like, oh, well, I feel stupid now. I shouldn't have worried because they were on the toilet. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But my brain just thinks of every terrible situation that it could possibly be and tries to convince me that it's one of those scenarios. And that's what the dislike is for me, where it's like, it's not an issue, like I'm not, like it may not be an issue, like people may not actually have criticism for me, or I may not have said something actually terrible. It's just someone just didn't like my video, and that's valid. You talk about racism. Oh yeah, we're talking about the dislike button, like likes versus dislikes, where it doesn't really tell you, if someone dislikes your video, it's like, do they hate you or did they just dislike your video? Like, I dislike boring videos and I also dislike racism, but they're not on the same field, but I have to fit them both into the same box. Yeah, so I don't, yeah. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. I truthfully do not know. I'm just a little man. Also, if anyone hasn't seen this is what we've been working on right now. It's probably going to activate the trial spawners if I come down here, but this is what we're working on right now, is I want to work on making like a roguelike for the trial chambers, where I can go into the trial chambers and we have to like beat them within a certain amount of minutes. And then also collect like mob drops and stuff. So I'm working on the first area. I'm trying to make like dungeons for each of the trial rooms. And this one's gonna be the slime caverns. It's where the slime spawn, and we're just digging out an area and we're gonna, you know, do this for the whole area. And I wanna like just make cool looking dungeons and stuff, and then basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run through. We're gonna set up like a thing where we randomly select weapons, and we can like, you know, slime balls maybe are worth like the lowest tier points because we get so many of them and they're really easy to get, but maybe, you know, cooked chicken is actually really rare. So, you know, like we're gonna give loot like point values, and then that's gonna give us more things to buy, and we can like upgrade our weapons and stuff. It's gonna need to take a lot of bug testing and things, but I'm excited to play around with it. And so we're just working on the first one right now. I want to do a bunch of different, like, it's supposed to be just like a time trial, so say we have like 20 minutes to beat the entire trial chamber before we get kicked out. I want to add like areas where we could do parkour, but like if I mess up the parkour, maybe it you know, it will waste time, or maybe I'll do a thing where you know, I want to do one thing where they're like doors that like open and close randomly. So maybe I'll go, oh, this area leads to this other area in the dungeon. I'm gonna go there to do my route first, and it's like, oh shit, that door's closed. Now maybe it's like I have to wait for it to open, or I was thinking of adding like skill checks, like maybe I have to throw a, you know, like a snowball into a hole and hit the button to open the door for like a short period of time. And then maybe, so like maybe I think about like, if maybe an item we could buy is snowballs. So maybe I think like, okay, better spend some of my points on snowballs or something. Kicked out, like, yeah, Ender Pearl and Stasis Chamber is exactly how I want to do it. Because, I think it would be a lot of fun that way, and it could be like, maybe, you know, like there's an item on the ground, so maybe like rotten flesh is like the rarest item in the game, right? Maybe there's like an item right there, like, oh, I need to grab the, and just teleports out, you know, right? Or, but if we can make it, I'm thinking like if we can clear, we'll go out, and I'm gonna have detectors under all of the trial spawners to detect if they're on or off. I would like to do that. We'll see how I do it, because we're trying to make it also look nice, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to fit the redstone in there. But I want to make like a detector to detect if the trial spawners are on or off. And so once we get teleported out, say all of the lights are off, like I've you know, cleared them or something, then will give me more points or something. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I haven't really worked out all the redstone, but it will also be a good way to detect if they're like the dungeon has reset. And I think probably for Twitch, because I don't really know how to do this because Twitch has channel points, but I would like to do like a redeem of some kind for viewers to redeem a weapon of their choice. It could be any item in Minecraft. The only caveat, and we can think of other rules if you guys want to think of other stuff, but the only caveat for the any weapon choice is that it has to have a durability based on like using it as a weapon. So like you can't say I want you to have a rose, you know, because we can't do anything with a rose, but say like I want you to have a wooden shovel, right? And that gets put in the pool. It could be anything. It could be like a diamond shovel or something if people wanted to like be nice. But if someone wants to just have like a funny meme, like wooden shovel, you know, like, and then that's put in my random pool, and there's a chance that I could run into a wooden shovel, and the only way it would be removed from the pool is if it broke. So I would have to actually use it. Is the idea. Or I could upgrade it. I wanna think about like ideas for upgrades. I feel like definitely a like meta progression. Netherite hoe, exactly. Like the only ones that are gonna have the only one that would have a limit to it, like maybe I would have to put it as like a special redeem, is the mace, because the mace just sucks to get. So I wouldn't want people to be like, I want you out of mace, I want you out of mace. You know, it's like I fucking I have to like find 50 trial chambers to get like 4 maces, you know? But I wanna one of the meta progression ideas I thought could be fun is like have a villager breeder around there. And have a villager breeder around that area and have it so like we spend like 100 points or whatever to get a new villager, and then we can't change their trades once we get them, but we can just buy more villagers. So maybe if we buy a villager, we can set it to be like a librarian to get potentially better, you know, enchantment trades, but we can't change their enchantments once we put them down. We can't re-roll them unless we want to like pay to re-roll them or something, maybe. Uh just to like, it's a little bit of gambling. One of the ones, this is definitely something I want to do that I feel like could be really, really fun, is it's gonna be like kind of cheap, but I want to make like a pond next to the entrance and have it say like 5 points to fish once. So we would get a fishing rod, just a base fishing rod, and we would fish once for 5 points. Maybe we have to buy more fishing rods if we run out or something. But you fish once, and whatever you fish up, you can use. So if it's a fish, you can bring the fish into the dungeon. If it's a helmet, or well, I guess helmets don't really work because we're gonna be wearing we're not wearing any other armor because this is a hardcore world. The goal is to not die. Like, we're not trying to die. That's not the difficulty of it. The difficulty is fighting the time period that you have. But like, say you pull out like a bow, right, from the water, or like a mending book from the water or something, you can use that. But it's a gamble because you're using just a regular fishing rod, no luck of the sea. If you pull a fishing rod with luck of the sea or something like that, you can use that fishing rod, but you can't, like, you still have to pay to use it. And so it's like a little bit more gambling. I feel like it would just be like it's just kind of like a fun gamble for items, you know? This is all just made to like fuel my gambling addiction. But we'll see if this is, I always talk about this, and it's a warning to you guys when you guys think about like these cool ideas that I come up with. I have these things called thoughts of grandeur, and I want this to be a thing, but I am planning to make like dungeon rooms for each area with a trial chamber in it, like a trial spawner in it. So it could end up, we could end up just not finishing this for a while, you know? Like, this could become one of, like, the projects that I just, like, work on every once in a while, and then, you know, there's a potential non-zero chance that I just never finish it, you know? Okay, this, I need to, it doesn't matter, I guess. I don't need it to go out this far, I only need it to go out this far. So we'll save our time from doing that, because this is the wall here. Or actually, no, never mind. This goes, never mind. I'm stupid. This goes out. Actually, we need to go one more. The payoff would be sick, though. Yeah, that's why I want to do it, because I feel like that's why I love the trial chambers. Like, I think they're so fun, and I want to make like a reason to keep playing them. Because, like, once you kind of clear out a trial chamber, the loot is fucking god-awful. So it's like, what? You know, there's no point. So it's like, let's do what Minecraft's always been about and make our own fun. You know, that is literally Minecraft the game. Is just make your own fun. And that's what I want to do. And I feel like it would just be such a fun thing to do on stream. Because we could, like, do one to open the stream, do one to end the stream, you know, when it resets. We can add, like, beacon effects, you know? Like, maybe we have, like, a beacon that will, like, we could activate for, like, a big amount of points or something. And also, we could do things like, say we get, like, really good, we have really high-tier stuff. You know, we have, like, a netherite sword with smite 5 or whatever, like, really good gear. And we go into the trial chamber, like, later on, it could be a thing like, I can clear if I can clear the trial chamber, like, in 10 minutes, right? Like, super easy. and I'm getting all these routes down, like then we, I implement the ominous bottle to it, then you can run the trial again and try to get double points. I'm definitely gonna need to start transferring things over. But I think it would be sick. And I think that if it turns out, like, I'm very much, like, I'm very protective of my world. Like, I'm not a huge, like, maybe if we hit, like, 1 million subscribers or something like that, I would give people a world download. But, like, I don't want to share this world with other people. Call me greedy, call me evil, but this is, like, my Zen garden. This is, like, my place that I go and I relax and I, share some things with you. But this is my, like, inevitably this is my world, and I know people think it's cool, like they like my stuff, but like it's mine, like, and I've had people ask for the world download before, and I'm just like, I don't think I'd ever do that, but like maybe if we hit like a major milestone, or if I thought I was gonna die, probably would give some. That sounds kind of depressing, but if I thought I was gonna die, I would maybe set up like a media fire link. But but if for some reason people really really like the trial chamber stuff after we build it, like I would not be against like taking the part of the trial chamber and just putting it in its like own separate world and letting people like run through it, like do their own trial chamber adventure through my trial chamber, like I would be willing to give away that specific part of the world if people found it that interesting and if we actually finished it. Because I have so many things that I just like. The best part about Minecraft for me is just working on a bunch of different projects instead of just like one big or like one project at a time. I like dabbling. So that's a big problem why like I never get anything done, but I find it like I don't burn out as much if I like work on a bunch of different things. So this, I'm gonna try and get it done. It's probably not gonna be. I can't imagine we're gonna finish this year, but I'm gonna put a lot of my effort into this. This is actually good though because I'm gonna design each dungeon area as like its own separate thing, so it's basically like completely different builds. One of the things I really want to do is we have what is the mod called? Why am I stupid? Oh, maybe it doesn't. I swear there was like there's an option where you can look at mods, but maybe I'm high. But I have a mod called Entity Model Framework, I believe, and Entity Texture Framework, I believe are the names, where you can make custom textures and custom models for things. It's basically like how Optifine, you can do that with Optifine, but it's a separate mod because Optifine unfortunately doesn't work with Fabric, and the replay mod is like and the replay mod I think only works on Fabric now. It might still work on Forge, but I'm not quite sure. And for some reason Optifine and the replay mod do not mesh for whatever reason, so I have to like find a bunch of other workarounds. But anyways, we have like custom, so you see the custom chickens, right? Like the different colored chickens. We have custom cows. You'll see a moo bloom every once in a while. In the resource pack, we have different stuff where like if you name an animal a certain thing, they'll like appear that way. For like T the Shiba, we have like T appearing at, if we like name someone T the our dog T the Shiba, it will change it to look like a Shiba, based off my friend T, stuff like that. And so something I would like to do for this dungeon is one of the rooms. So we have slimes, we obviously have breezes, we have husks, and we have skeletons in this dungeon. Those are the 4 mobs that spawn in this dungeon. And what I want to do is I want to make one of the areas like a desert theme, and I want to make it like the breezes are like little dust tornadoes rather than what they actually look like with the custom textures and like try to make. I don't know if you can code it for if they spawn in. I guess I could do if they spawn in like, what is this? I guess this is cold ocean. So whatever, like, so this is taiga. You know, if they spawn whatever biome they in, we can set like if they spawn in that biome, they look this way, and I want to make them look like dust tornadoes, like based on the area in the dungeon. I feel like could be really fun. Oh, my nose just got stuffy. But yeah, I have like all these ideas that I want to do. I also want to work on an armadillo texture because I want to make. We worked on the sniffer, because we did a whole thing. We built a giant sniffer. I can show that off later if you guys want, or if you want to see that now and you don't want to wait, we can take a break and go check that out. But I built a giant sniffer after they added the mob into the game because I freaking love the sniffer, and then I added textures for sniffers of different seasons, with different stuff on their back and stuff. And I want to do that for the armadillo. But what I want to do is I want to make the armadillo, when it goes into its little ball form or its little cube form, I want to make it like look like this, you know, like this block, but as a small form, or like a diamond block as like a small form, and have like special armadillos that like look like they try to camouflage as other Minecraft blocks, and so when they go into the ball form, they look like a small version of it. I feel like could look really fun. We have the one area that's like a research center. I want to add like more mobs that are like that. And I also, a long time ago, I talked about this, but I want to make a like Jurassic Park area at some point where I have just a bunch of custom designed mob models, like that are prehistoric animals, like prehistoric versions of those mobs. I made so there'd be like the sniffer there, but I would made like I had like a chicken design that I haven't shown off, but one of the WonderCraft videos, I made the woolly bee, which was like it was based off the woolly rhino, but it was a bee. And I was like, that's gonna be like the prehistoric bees. And just like thinking of like, I was trying to think of like fun prehistoric ideas for animals. That I haven't worked on at all since making the woolly bee. Wouldn't that just be a bumblebee, the woolly bee? I mean, it's like brown wool, like it's got fur. But it is basically the bumblebee is very much like a woolly bee. It's also got a horn. This part's already cut out for me. Yeah, so I wanna do more stuff like that at some point, but I also like this is the problem, right? Like I had so many ideas for the Cobblemon world, but I just got burnt out so quickly. And I have these dreams of grandeur all the time where like I don't want to just do them to do them. Like I want to like this, like I wouldn't do this if I wasn't motivated for this. Where like I do want to do the Jurassic Park, but I'm not motivated. I haven't looked up like references of what I want to do. I haven't like really planned it out. And so I don't want to start doing it because then it will be like with the Magikarp enclosure in the Cobblemon world. Like it looks terrible. Like it's just a hole with water. But I just in my head I'm like I need to accomplish something on this world or else I feel like I've accomplished nothing. But the Magikarp enclosure in my Cobblemon world is legitimately nothing. It's just a hole with water in it. So like I didn't have the motivation for that world, and I would like to continue doing stuff on it at some point. Like I had motivation when I started, but starting new worlds for me, I lose motivation so easily. Like I need to have like an established world to play on, because then I can like do more things where like I always start modded worlds or new worlds and I end up just quitting them like instantly, or like after the first week I drop them because I just don't want to, like I don't want to make new pickaxes. I don't want to like start over. I liked the I like the grind end game. I don't like the beginning anymore. um, the only reason I've been really, really enjoying the modded world that me and my friends have been playing on is because I've been playing with the Valkyrian Skies mod, as I was talking about before, but also I've been playing around with like I've been motivated to do that, but I've been there's a mod we have called like improvable skills, I think it's called, and basically you can up your stats of things, and you can like so you can like make your swimming faster, you can make your like, you know, chopping wood faster and stuff. And I basically just have there's a mod with copper tools, which is like a little bit worse than iron and has not super great durability, but if I upgrade my my mining ability, it becomes decent, you know? Like it actually becomes like a decent speed pickaxe, really easy to get, and I don't have to worry about it. So I just always, you know, I always go for it now, and it's made it a lot easier because I don't have to worry about like trying to find diamond stuff, you know? I feel that with creative worlds so hard, like I gotta have a plan for the build or it just stops being fun. Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. So it's rough. Like I sometimes like I can do the spontaneous thing every once in a while for sure, but that's like the hardest part sometimes with like stream, where it's like I want to build something on stream today, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to be like looking shit up all stream and like looking at references and like trying to figure out what I want to do on stream, and like I feel like maybe that is enjoyable and like maybe you guys would enjoy it, but I feel like it would be just harder for me to like focus on people in chat and focus on people in chat and like keep up with what's going on. Bitch. 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 You stay over there. You stay there. Nice. Yeah, I need to, like, when I start a world, it's one of two things. It's like, when I start a world, I either need to, like, I don't know what my balance is, because, like, with this world, I really took my time with everything. Like, I took everything slow and just, like, enjoyed my time and never went at, like, a fast pace, just always went kind of slow. But, like, now when I play games, it's like, I don't want to, like, mine for diamonds and stuff, you know? Like, I want to be able to, like, start building things and get these ideas out of my head and have the things already. Like, I don't want to, like, look for a place because I already, like, want the thing, you know? I don't want to do anything. So, maybe, like, I gotta start speed running Minecraft whenever I start a new world just to, like, establish, get all the good stuff, you know? Get a mending villager instantly, you know, just start setting up everything. You just gotta, like, I guess, set goals for yourself. Rador. Did they? I think they took each other out. Beautiful. Though it's actually really funny too. I mean, like, maybe I just need, like, restrictions or goals or, like, ways to make things interesting, because I say that I don't like starting new Minecraft worlds, but I haven't been playing it a lot, so it's not, like, the best example, but I got Minecraft for the PS Vita, and I've enjoyed playing that thoroughly. Like, I started a new world on there, and I've been thoroughly enjoying playing that. So, like, maybe I do like to play new worlds, and it's just like it has to be like a different environment. And also in that world, I started out doing, there's like this, apparently this old Minecraft challenge I never heard of before, called the 404 challenge, where basically the idea was you're supposed to put the seed 404 in and play on it, but you could just play on your own world as well. But the idea is you start out on the first day. You have the first day to collect anything you need from the above ground world, and then like once the sun starts going down, you have to get into a cave and you have to live in the cave for the rest of your playthrough. I didn't live in the cave for the rest of my playthrough. I just did it for the start because I kind of got bored after a while. But I still have most of my stuff in the cave for right now, but you live only in the cave and you can't use torches to be your light source. You have to find some sort of other light source, which I found was a really fun restriction because it started out being like, well, like, how do I create light sources for myself? Well, like, I better focus on getting pumpkins. Like, look for pumpkins. If I can find pumpkins, that'll be good. Okay, flint and steel is a good way. Like, netherrack. Can't build out with wood. Gotta keep netherrack away from the trees if I'm gonna start a tree farm. And, like, you start thinking about stuff that you'd never think about. And it just keeps things fresh and interesting. But then I didn't end up sticking to it. Now I'm just like trying to. Now I have a new plan, though. Actually, I should say I got a new idea, which is the new idea I have for the world is to make a house that's like 1,000 by 1,000 blocks wide, like a cube like that, and just make a massive house that's like Howl's Moving Castle with like a bunch of different style rooms, and just like any point like. I build a room and like maybe I'm like I need to get to this room from here. I just build a pathway to it from that room. And it's just gonna be an amalgamation of like all these different things. That's my goal now is to just try to make like an amalgamation house. And it's been a lot of fun, just working with different blocks, trying to make, you have a limited block palette because it's Legacy Console Edition, so you don't have as much to work with. Unfortunately, you don't have beautiful copper and stuff. I had to reset my world a couple times because the worlds are a limited size. Sorry, I'm trying to stay hydrated. The worlds are limited sizes, so you can't. So sometimes like things won't spawn in them. And you can get a water temple in the latest version is like Update Aquatic, I think, for Legacy Console Edition. And you can get like guardians and the water temples, but you have to it has to spawn in your world. Like it's not just gonna appear or whatever. Like it's not gonna appear in every world. You have to have it spawn in your world. So I loaded up worlds in creative mode, just made a cartography villager to sell me the water temple map, and if it sold me one, that meant there was one on the map. If it didn't sell me one, there was not one at all. And that was the only thing I really wanted because that gives me more blocks to work with, and it's just cool. Gives me sponge as well. Okay, I think we need to go out this direction. Oh yeah, quite a bit. But I do love Minecraft. I think it's a great game. I'm very, very excited to see where they go. I haven't even like played with like the crafter or anything. Like I have not even done like 90% of like the new stuff. I've only really focused on the trial chamber. But I'm super excited to see where they go with like the next updates, because everybody wants like an end update, everybody wants this, everyone wants that, but like I feel like Mojang, they do really good, but they do really bad. Like they're not perfect, right? But I believe in them as much as like they sometimes make questionable decisions. I believe in them. I trust them with Minecraft. Okay, so that's as far as we need to go out. Literally infinite things to do, yeah. Minecraft's fantastic. Like, whenever people talk about, like, the best game ever made, I always think about just, like like games that are like story driven, like they're really good. I think like they're really fun, they're really cool. Like I love being immersed in a world. But like for me, like if a game has the title of like best game ever, it has to be like, to me, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it has to be like infinitely playable, right? Like if you play a game once and you really enjoy it and it's really good and has the best story, like it could have the best story ever. Like it could be the greatest story game ever. But if you only play it once, is it the best game ever? Like is it the, if it's the same every time, is it the best game ever? It's a matter of opinion, I suppose. But I always think about like best game ever. It's gotta be something that's like infinite potential or like near infinite. Like games like Skyrim, games with like Minecraft. Like I feel like they are some of the best games ever because you could play it infinitely. You can play Minecraft infinitely. I feel like I played Skyrim so much, and it's also just a bias. Like I like these games, but like I played Skyrim so much as a kid, like it felt near infinite. There are people that like still talk about things about Skyrim that's like never been found out before. You know, like no one ever knew this until now, kind of thing. And so games like that with like infinite possibilities, it just that puts you above just the rest for me. I'm just double every time, like it's not even, it's like 30 minutes till 9 o'clock, so I'll probably end off soonish. But I'm like keep checking, making sure they haven't texted me on Discord. I'm like, definitely getting a beacon probably would be. I love beacons, but they're just too much of a hassle to set up for me. So I just like, I don't know about you guys. You guys let me know. Do you guys always set up beacons when you're like clearing out stuff underground and things, or do you just raw dog it like me? Like I just can't be bothered. And you don't have to use the terminology raw dog. You don't have to agree with my terminology. I also really need to do like a WonderCraft episode. I had this part actually got cut out of like the most recent WonderCraft episode, but I had this whole conversation because I don't know why, but like my brain always acts like I'm dying, where I'm always like constantly thinking about like mortality, and it's not the most fun subject, so I apologize if it's triggering for people, but I was just thinking about like what I would do if I if I died in real life and or in the Minecraft world, and because this is a hardcore world, so I'd lose the world, and part of me like before really considered just like if I died and like I don't advertise this as like a hardcore world because people have like these, there's a lot of people that are very elitist about Minecraft and I don't agree with them, but I just like don't want the energy brought to my channel. You know, I already got like a little bit of that the energy on TikTok from people, but also TikTok's like terrible, so but like there's a lot of people that are very elitist about Minecraft where you know, if you don't play a specific way, you're not playing like a real, you know, hardcore Minecraft player. Like people for some reason have like a big boner about like hating on using totems of undying, and I understand where they're coming from, but like I don't know, if you're focusing too much on how another person plays, like I feel like you might be the problem. Um so I try not to like advertise this as a hardcore series because I don't want people looking at it as like the be all end all of like how hardcore should be. But another reason why I originally didn't want to like advertise this world on YouTube as like hardcore Minecraft, like it's not on everything, it's not on the it's not on the thumbnails, is because for a long time I kind of had the idea in my head where I'm like, if I do die in this world, I might just turn it to a survival world. Like I might just, like that kind of defeats the purpose of it being hardcore, but I'm like, I've put so much work into this world that I might just make it a single player world. And maybe I would do that, but I think now I've come to the realization that I'd probably start over, as much as I would hate it, but I'd probably start over. I feel like the idea of, especially with Lightmatica, like I don't like the paint by numbers building with the schematics, but like if I wanted to recreate something from this world in my other world, like if I ever made a new world, then I would use Lightmatica for it, and I feel like it would make my life easier for it. But I would definitely feel like just making some of the old stuff, some of the new, some of the new, like make a new world, but have like some stuff from this world be rebuilt in it. Like definitely I would rebuild Poppy, our virtual pet daughter. I would definitely build Poppy because she's awesome. But yeah, I don't know. But I don't think I would just turn this into survival. I think I would probably take the L and start over. And I think I have an idea of how I would end this world, like, because I play this world a lot off stream, so a lot of the times, like, I kind of like, the only thing I pray is that if I do die in this world, like, I don't want to die in this world, but the only thing I ever pray about with this world and dying is I pray that it's on stream or I catch it on video to have it, because like that will be a moment to remember, it would suck if I was just like, oh yeah, world ended, by the way. Like off on the next stream, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, lost the world. You've seen a lot of big time hardcore players using totems, so that's just stupid. Yeah, I think people just have a notion of like what they think is like real and what's not, like, because it's like Pokemon, people are like, well, you're not, like if you play this way on Pokemon, you're not like a real Pokemon player. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like people just have like an elitism about things for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. One of my only things in this isn't to call anyone out. Like I think people are allowed to play the game how they want. Like if they don't want to play with totems, then don't play with totems. But like I know that Philza doesn't play with totems and says that he finds them to be like too easy. He's like, what's the point? Like if you die, the totem saves you, so you that should have been your death. You shouldn't have died there, kind of thing. And I think legitimately that is a valid opinion. Like you should have that. But I don't think Philza goes after people that uses totems, right? But I think people probably watch him and go, well, Philza is the biggest hardcore YouTuber, so what he says is the rules, kind of thing. When that's not necessarily the case. It's, you can kind of play the game how you want to play it. So it's it's just people have opinions, and then some people just take it to the extreme, unfortunately. Just an unfortunate side effect of humanity. But that's just like why I don't like to advertise this as like a hardcore, because I also think like people put hardcore in the title to like really, because that was like the big thing for a while, was like the way to grab people's attention. So I never wanted to like advertise it and then have a bunch of people coming in and being like, you're not a real hardcore player, like I had a very close like near death experience on stream in the game. I've had multiple, but I had one really close where my totem procced, but I was like, I nearly died. And of course, if I didn't have my totem, I would have 100% died. But it was still very close. And I posted the clip on TikTok because I thought like, oh, this is like an interesting clip, and I had one comment, so it's not like I'm getting bombarded, I'm just a baby. But I had one comment that was kind of snarky, like, wow, it's like, good thing you had the Totem of Undying on you, like, the Totem of Dying makes hardcore pretty easy, huh, or something like that. I can't remember exactly. It probably wasn't even as bad as I think it is, but it's like, what's the point of you saying that? Like, are you saying that because you're legitimately feeling that way, or are you trying to, like, it's like, when people say that, what do you mean? Are you trying to say it, or are you saying it because you want to make me feel bad or feel any less than you? Like, what's your purpose of saying this? Because it's just, if it's to just tear someone down, it's pointless to say. And again, not a perfect human being. I'm not a fucking saint. Jimmy's a saint, but I'm not. I'm not some sort of holier than thou person who's done everything correct in their life and has never left a snarky comment on a video, has never said something to tear someone down. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, I'm saying things that I feel like I should also be doing, and just trying to remind everybody that we should all be doing, trying to do a little bit better than what we are doing every day. Because, like, the worst part is, like, if I go around saying all this stuff and then, I get called out for it, it's like, you're a hypocrite. It's like, yeah, I'm 100% a hypocrite. Like, I just say whatever I think, right? And my actions may not match them. I'm a big hypocrite. I just say things because I feel like that's it's just what comes to mind, and I feel like it's the thing that should be said. And I feel like I need the reminder, and maybe if I need the reminder, people need reminders. Not everybody's perfect. We all make mistakes. And we'll all have a safe Halloween. I'm gonna finish this line, probably. We didn't do too much here. I mean, we cleared out that whole side, so I can't say we didn't do too much, but we definitely didn't accomplish a ton. But I feel like we still did plenty, and I'm very, very happy. And I had a lot of fun conversations with you guys in chat. You guys definitely helped carry the conversations. I really like doing Minecraft streams like this because it's like, we did Troubleshooting Tuesday on Tuesday because my internet was being a butt. And so we're just troubleshooting my internet, and we just played Pokemon Scarlet for 3 hours, and we just talked. We just talked and shot the shit. Well, we passively shiny hunted, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, let's grab some of the items that, like, are one-ofs. Like, wouldn't be stackable. We got a lot of diamonds from this, too. Hey, my night vision potion's going out. Perfect timing. I think that's probably all of, like, the one-offs, so we can probably just start grabbing everything. I guess the flint counts as a one-off. I don't really want to fill up all these shulkers with stuff, but I will. This actually, we might... I'm gonna get off, like, at 9 my time. So I'm gonna be getting off soonish, but if we have time once we get back home, we might actually get to use the storage unit that we built, because we have a lot of building blocks, and that building blocks chest is getting full. Dude, the amount of copper we got is so good. That's the best part about the trial chambers is we've literally taken out one part of the chamber and we have like 4 stacks like plus of copper. It's so good. Yeah, we'll leave the rest there. I'm not gonna put the one in the night vision. Okay, let's make sure we pick up all of them. And since is it nighttime? I was like, since it's nighttime, but it's not nighttime. But it's not nighttime. It's just dark. Let's grab out some more of these real quick. All right, time to walk up and forget that I have an elytra. I feel like there's got to be, like, I kind of hear like a crystal node. I feel like a crystal caverns part of the, or like a geode part of the trial chamber would be good. I need to count like how many rooms I have because we're gonna do a desert one. We have the slime caverns. There's the skeletons under the slime caverns. There's one to the left, one to the back. We still have like a handful of things. The one thing that kind of sucks is the hardest part with the trial chamber is gonna be is making the trial chamber feel like a big area because it's kind of all close together. Hello, sir. I don't have any money. Like the hardest part will be trying to. I said I don't have any money. The hardest part will be to make like routes that feel long because the trial chambers is usually kind of just like a contained thing, like a squared area. It's not like there's a room here and then a long line over here. So I'm gonna like have to make like, so say this is like the caverns, right? I have to like make a line here that goes like here, here, like really out of the trial chamber. You know, make a little bit of a maze maybe. I can make it as confusing as I want to because if I get lost, hey, oh my god, I don't know what's up with my throat. But I'm dying. But if I'll get lost, you know, I can easily make my way back. Am I? Yeah. No, I feel like I've gone. Yep, I've gone too far. Or I haven't gone far east enough. I think, right? Yeah. I probably should like write this down so I don't forget this location. And I believe it's no, it's not this way. It's this way. I'll just start putting signs. I need to make like a nether hub thing, like build. Definitely something on the to-do list because we have all this crap here. How are you guys doing? I wanted you guys to make me infinite obsidian. How you guys have been doing on that? Probably not very good because I probably took out all the obsidian. Another failed project of mine. Trying to get infinite obsidian for the pixel art project. Okay. Now, welcome to the part of the stream where I organize my shulker boxes. Yay! Everybody loves shulker box organizing. Yay! An advice to people that want to start like a hardcore world, I would say definitely go look for dogs. Dogs are really helpful with survival early on. If you can get like a big pack, like the reason I survived a lot of the early days was I just like got a bunch of wolves and just bred them infinitely and just had like a massive pack of wolves following me around. And now with wolf armor, you're set. You're set, bro. Okay. I don't really have like a system. I just have sort of loose ideas. This is going to be the hardest part, is finding spots for this, because I just kind of have a building block chest, and all of them are kind of full. Hi. Are you Greg? No. Yeah, you can leave me alone, sir. Everybody getting up in my face today. Um. Alright, we still have one chest up here that's kind of not full. This would go in valuables. This is redstone. I think we treat these as redstone too. I'm not quite sure. This oxidized is unfortunately... Copper grate is unfortunately a building block. Is how I would classify it. I have, like, ideas in my head of what all these blocks classify as. Stop it. Not a perfect system, but it is a system. This should be wood. Wood. I think I put flower pots with wood as well. I'm not sure where I put flower pots. We don't really have flower pots as, like, a thing we usually keep. I guess I could put it with the flowers, but I think I might just put it over here in the dyes and miscellaneous. I guess we put paintings here, so... Honey goes in food. Swift potion goes in here. This goes in here. These are mob drops. Where did the trial keys go? I guess precious materials. I would assume that, and I guess past me also. Oh, hey, Greg. I got a bow. That'd probably go in here. So any... I was gonna say any building blocks we can keep in here, but actually we still have a lot of slots open for that. Even though this is oxidized, we'd still put it in here with this, because we can easily turn it into copper. This goes in here. These are mob drops. I always talk about these, but the arrows are kind of an interesting thing, because they're a mob drop, but they're also a weapon. Do I put candles in here? Again, candles aren't really something I normally have. I guess candles are light sources, and they go with the wood. Don't ask me why I put anywhere where I put them. It's just... It's like a category. I got a category of, like, in my head. Also, I could probably put the slime balls in the slime stuff, because we're going to use slime for the slime cavern slime. You got attached to your dogs? That's valid, yeah. You can't name them. You can't name them, unfortunately. Or else they, you might get too attached. But, also, I'm actually proud to say that a lot of my dogs did not die. Very few dogs died in the making of this world. I'll leave that there. Excuse me. Think you're funny, huh? Oh, nope, you don't go in there. Excuse me. Pardon me. We might just barely make it. We might just barely make it to not having to use the storage area. But if we don't, I'm still gonna show it to you guys. How are we doing on time? Ooh, we're cutting it close. It's like 7 minutes to 9. We will have to use it. Yay! Overabundance. Okay. You always name them? Oh no. Oh no, there you go. You're doing a Minecraft Nuzlocke right there, naming your stuff. But I can show you guys one of my favorite latest additions to my world. Oh, it's good to see that the bamboo reset. All right. So because of that chest I was just in keeps running out of space, I created this. I created this place, and this is going to be the overflow storage room. So I'm just going to start dumping blocks that don't fit in my upward area. If we build up too high that the roof starts blocking the chests, we're going to just start putting it in these storage containers, and we're going to we'll open these storage containers as we go along, and just infinitely fill them. But, like, we have a lot of excess storage just in this container in general. So I feel like we're probably never going to get to a point where we're going to need all of this, but maybe someday. It's not organized. Maybe I should organize it at some point, but I'm lazy. But that's about it, folks. That's about it. I think we're going to end off today's stream. So I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I appreciate, everybody stop by. Dino Flare, Potato, I'm stupid. I can't remember the name. Noah. Told me to call him Noah. Blarg dropped by, IGN Pax, that one guy who asked me to join their realm. Thank you all for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. You guys honestly made my night. Just stopping by, and I hope to see you guys again sometime. And if you guys, come by, tell me about your day, tell me if you guys start streaming, and I'll stop by your streams, because I'm always looking for things to watch. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys on Thursday for MPW on Twitch. Thursday, Friday, Saturday on Twitch. Monday on YouTube. Unless we hit 400 subs. Your move. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. You made it. Just gotta get through another one. Bye, guys. Motene. Bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.